is going on, friends, fam, and crazy world? I'm with you. Another day of Renaissance Man, day 991 in a row. It's a special one. Ryan Hartwig, my brother, is back tonight. Don't go anywhere.
Some night when the world stops hating, we're going to find a way. And I'll keep waiting until we find that day. Yeah, I bet I'll keep saying, I'll keep playing. Oh, until you meet us one day. Yeah. Time to stop the hate. Stop the hate. Let's stop the hate, hey, yeah. It might be late, but let's stop the hate.
It's Friday. It's Mark Pires. I was walking, it's Renaissance Man.
Today, looking for another way.
I'm here
Ease my mind and
to ease my mind and help my living. It's a Renaissance Man. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 991 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show, and we're gonna get into it, just like we do every single night, but tonight is extra special because Joanne hooked up our first interview. Just kidding, Joanne, you didn't do it. You still haven't gotten me an interview. Taking some doll hairs off tonight's pay. I'm just saying. That was what you got hired on, was the potential of bringing guests on to be interviewed on the Renaissance Special. And you're back there filing the Zabrowski file. No, Zabrowski, your woohoo's coming up. Just relax. Zabrowski, he can't wait to get home. It's Saturday, I'm going out. It's Friday. I want to go see my wife. Easy does it, all right? Your wife will wait until you get home. You got a woohoo to do, all right? No, Joanne, I don't want to hear a word from you. I'm disappointed. Hartwig was all Bulldog, actually. Bulldog is the one who set up Hartwig in the first place. And Ryan has come back about, I think this is the 5th appearance from Ryan. And he just wrote a new book. I'm really, really excited to hear all about it. It's called Behind the Mask of Facebook. And he's calling in shortly, but I have something special to play for you. Just this morning, I did an earlier show. Yeah, 2 shows today, guys, on day 991 in a row. I, about 10:30, 11 o'clock this morning, did an hour and a half. And we went into something pretty funny that I'm going to be dropping tomorrow at 1 p.m. So if you guys can watch the premiere with me at 1 p.m. tomorrow Eastern in the chat, I'll be in the chat with you. But I'm playing this for you. It's going live tomorrow. Wait, Zabrowski, I get it. You want to have your woohoo. I'm setting it up. You need to chill it out. You know, I may need you to just not get a woohoo tonight. I saw that fly. He's around me, guys. He's playing games. Zabrowski, you like this part with the steel drums? Yeah, no, I like it. You want to do a woohoo now? Zabrowski said, can I do the woohoo now? I like the steel drums. No, you can't. What? No. Zabrowski, I'm not paying you for 2 woohoos tonight. You do the 1 woohoo at the end of the song, all right? Now, just get your vocal cords ready. Do a little and get your vocal cords ready for that woohoo. It's coming. And my brother Ryan Hartwig is coming too, to just a couple minutes to chat it out with us. What's that, Joanne? No, Joanne. No, Zabrowski wants he doesn't want a check that's post-dated. Just for tonight, so he can go to he goes to like the 24-hour cash facility, and he really needs it. I get it, dude. Relax. It's coming right here. 22 seconds away, Zabrowski. I can't stand the pressure from this guy over here, all right? Let's get a woohoo so I can play this really special thing for you. All right, Zabrowski, you're on. Give it to us. We're waiting. No pressure or anything. Woohoo! I gotta say, that was pretty freaking good. That was a pretty good woohoo right there, my friend. But let's see what we have for you, because tomorrow at 1 p.m., we will be watching this. It's processing the HD, so it's not going to be that great. But you know what? I don't care. We're going to play it because Ryan's going to be on in a few minutes, and I want him to see this before he comes on the air. And I think because this basically, I think we both feel the same way about his former employer. Now, Ryan worked for a separate company that worked for Zuckerchooch and Facebook, and he was part of the fact-checking and all the other stuff that they were doing in order to censor content. And this is why, if you guys recall, Ryan was the first whistleblower to come out with Project Veritas. It was a huge deal, and it was the first time people saw behind the scene of what was going on with Mark Zuckerchooch. And I was so pumped the first time I had Ryan on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this for you. Oh, is it working? Let me see. It looks like it's sort of working, but it's still processing. All right, here we go. All right, what I'm going to do is play this for you. Let me bring this in, because Ryan's calling in a few minutes. I'm going to see if I can bring him in while we're watching this, or at least as soon as this is done. So check this out. There we go. This is called What a Zuckerchooch. And I came up with it today, and I think the world needs to laugh about this friggin' moron. Here we go. Okay, right here. His new book is called Behind the Mask of Facebook. What? I can't wait for that one. And I keep thinking, I wonder if Mark Zuckerchooch sits there at home and he just watches all the whistleblower stuff. He's like, oh, I hope they don't catch me. Stupid man. Because when I have Ryan on tonight, I'm going after the Zuckerchooch. Yeah, you know what? Why don't you stop shadow banning people? Nobody likes your perspective anyway. You're a thief. Think about that for a second. You want to control the perspective of the nation, of the world, and you're a thief. Not really interested in that. So what I'm thinking is this. You kind of piss off with that stupid face of yours. Take your $70 billion and get the frig out of here. How about that? How about you allow people to speak? How about you allow others who have a differing opinion to be heard? You can't do that, right? Because you are the most boring person on the planet. I hope you one day see this. You, Zuckerchooch, are the most boring person in the world. When you speak, I fall asleep. You see the energy I have? I fall asleep when you speak. You start talking, I want a pillow. Somebody give me a Joe Biden pillow. Where's my pillow guy? Where's Mike Lindell when you need him, right? I got this guy coming out to talk about his new glasses. I fell asleep already. I'm sorry. What did Mark Zuckerchooch just show up on the air? And now I lost a year. I hibernated. You put me into a trance with that stupid voice of yours and that gull on your neck. Hey, why don't you see if you can get that gull removed? What's going on with that? Adam's apple like I've never seen in my life before. What are you doing there, Adam's apple neck? Ugh, right?
Well, we designed a program.
You design nothing. You're a thief. We stole a program, and I decided to call it Facebook. Yeah, that's what happened. Why don't we call it what it is, alien? When you're a thief named Mark Zuckerchooch, and you're also extremely boring, like to the point where like these twins, they're sitting there coming up with this new idea for a new platform called, Class Book. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. There was a guy sitting in the room that was like freaking so bland they had no idea he was there. They're like talking through him. Oh yeah, no, Winkleblocker or whatever the hell, Winkelslookers. Look, oh, I got this idea, and then you could talk to your friends. And then literally right there was a piece of garbage sitting there, but nobody knew because he's like the most boring person on the planet. They just were like, oh, wasn't that idiot moron who's like so boring he makes me want to fall asleep every time he opens his stupid mouth? Wasn't he there too? I don't know. I don't remember because he's so freaking boring. They had to look at a photo. Oh, Winklehaus, did you see it? Look, oh yeah, there are the two of you. You guys are planning. And right there in between you, the most boring man on the planet. Zuckerchooch. Yeah. I think what happened was you say you dropped out of Harvard. I think you went to class and they gave you Fs because they were like, well, I guess he didn't show up today. No, I'm here. I guess he didn't show up today. Freaking paper. You're like a piece of paper within like a 500 stack. You're like, which one is better? None. They're all crap. Oh, we had this guy, Mark Zuckerberg. He was supposed to be in class this year, but he's a no-show. No, sir, I'm right here. I don't know. I guess we're just going to move on then. I got everybody else, but Zuckerberg seems to be a no-show. No, sir, I'm right here. Yep, I guess we're just... Guys, everybody else, your homework for the day is this. Zuckerchooch comes in the next day. Sir, I did the homework. Who the frig are you? I've never seen you in the history of time. It was only when he stood right in front of somebody and he had the full view of them that they were able to see him. He's transparent. Besides that, nobody knows he exists. They're like, oh, where do you think he got the idea from? You think they were like, hey, Zuckerchooch, I got an idea. Come on over. I want to tell you about it. He was in the room, planted in there. They didn't even know he was there. I want to do a Dos Equis commercial with Mark Zuckerchooch, the most boring man in the world. Right? And you see him, he goes like this, I am Zuckerchooch. That's what needs to happen, right? Because the world is like better off when he's not on camera. The world is better off when he keeps to himself on an island somewhere with his Adreno. I'm just saying, go grab your Adreno, dude, and you can do your thing. Just don't come near us with your creepy ways, right? And that friggin' Adam's apple. I'm just saying, when you got an Adam's apple like that, I just kind of want to go like ding, ding, ding on that Adam's apple. Like I'd be the one guy who goes up to a billionaire. I'm like, can I just do something to you, Zuckerchooch? I got to check something out. What is with this thing? Did you put like a tennis ball in your throat today before you came out here? Jeez, you are as bland as they come, right? Nobody wants to interview you. When you go on, talk shows, they lose ratings. People literally fall asleep on like right in the middle of it. And then the advertisers start calling in. They're like, I don't want to advertise you anymore. I advertised you during the Zuckerchooch interview and everybody fell asleep. I didn't sell any biscuits. That's what happens when you put the most boring man in the world on camera with you and he literally just eats up your life. Like you got no light. Like the day is over. You lost a full day in 15 minutes. When he speaks to you for 15 minutes, that day's dead. You lost it all. He just sucked Zuckerchooch vampire, sucked away all of your positivity. He sucked away all of your humanness as well and into his alienness. When you're dealing with, the most boring man in the world who's an alien, who's got a freaking lump on his throat that we think he's got a thyroid issue. I'm thinking he eats too much salt. Like, what is with that thing? I got a new glass situation. You got a glasses situation? No, you got a freaking neck situation going on right now.
Brian, you there, brother?
What? You got
is my audio good?
You think you'd go to the doctor and say,
break out of this bit real quick.
You to help me with
All right,
my
guys,
neck
I'm taking us out of the bit because Ryan's with us.
Okay.
I will finish this up afterwards. We'll get into this.
You got freaking Zuckerchooch by yourself.
Zuckerchooched, by the way, guys.
Born, and then the aliens decide to give you the biggest. This is the big.
So Ryan, today on the show, I went as you could see here. I went nuts on Zuckerchooch.
Yeah.
I'm really at a point now where like 991 days in a row,
There we go. 991 days in a row of censorship from this piece of garbage. I was like, the other day I looked, like,
you got 5,000 subscribers. I mean, it's something.
Yeah, YouTube is starting to grow, but it's all because of the family members. It's not because of YouTube. They don't recommend me ever. I've never been recommended to people. So, and then they unsubscribe. I just noticed I lost 25 subscribers like in a day.
Oh, I think we're live, huh?
Yeah, we're live right now.
Okay, cool.
Guys, Ryan Hartwig, I believe this is your 5th appearance, my friend. Is that correct?
It's been a while. I
has.
know, but honestly, guys, like when I went public last June, Mark was one of the first people, and I don't know how. Yeah, it's awesome. I love being on like these podcasts, smaller podcasts, and like it's fun. And then you follow up touch with it back with follow up with him like a year later. And it feels like just like connecting with an old friend again. Honestly, like that's how it feels. Like
sure.
I'm honestly gonna go to Massachusetts or up east, wherever you are, Massachusetts, Maine.
I'm in Connecticut. Yeah,
Connecticut.
Close there, yeah.
It's the same difference.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna go up there one of these days, and it'll be like meeting an old friend. Honestly,
it's so true, brother. Like I always say, and even I like Marianne Hanane too when she came out. I'm like, it's weird. People I've never actually met in person have become close to the point where when we do meet, it's going to be really cool. And I've always had such respect for the fact that you came out and you spoke up. Most people are afraid to do that, especially in this day and age. Everybody's getting completely canceled. But I gotta say, what's interesting is you were able to take that momentum and build it into a movement and turned it into a book. And I'm really proud of you, brother. Like, it's so amazing to see, especially in a year you've accomplished so much, and now you're bringing a book to the world. So I want you to share what you can about it. Especially, there's a lot I think that when I was reading the little clip you sent me, I'm like, this is totally me. They're like, oh, okay, you can get this. These people have carte blanche. Whatever they want, do whatever they say goes. And then people like me are totally blocked, censored, thrown to the side. And we say it's like they're like, look, one day they'll quit. One day they'll be like, look, nobody likes the show, or nobody's showing up, nobody sees it. I'm gonna quit. It's not successful, and people just quit. And I think that's what they hope. Is people like me, people like you will say, look, I can't get through the barrier. I got to quit. But you're not doing it.
For a while, like my Instagram was bomb. Like I had memes like this for the last 6 months. I would post a lot of memes, and I have a big following on Instagram from Brazil. And I'd get like, 50 likes. And for 1 week, it was weird. Like they unlocked the other algorithm, it seems like, and I was getting like 100 likes per post. And then boom, they shut me down, and I get like 2, 5, 10 likes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's nuts. Yeah, it's really demoralizing.
It's funny you say. I do remember when you were posting for a bit, you were getting tons of shares and retweets, and they really clamp down on anything that's not going to affect them positively. And I mean, so I want to ask you, obviously, what do you think is the most important aspect of the book?
Yeah, and here's the book, guys. Behind the Mask of Facebook. You can find it on Amazon. You can also find it on Barnes & Noble, bookshop.org. But if you want to, and I need to get you a signed copy, Mr. Mark.
Oh, brother, I appreciate that.
Because you guys can email me for a signed copy. It's a way to keep a little more money in my pocket. My email is ryanhartwig@protonmail.com.
Guys, pick that up. Make sure you get the if you can. And where is it available, Ryan?
Yeah, so it's on Amazon. It's on Barnes & Noble, bookshop.org, IndieBound. So it's anywhere where books are sold. You can buy it. There's a publisher link that has a link to everything. But and it's endorsed by Dennis Prager, endorsed by Patrick Byrne, Zach Voorhees, the Google whistleblower. So yeah, it's a great read. It's 300 pages. Like it's a pretty solid book, just chock full of analysis of Facebook's policies, conversations between my coworkers. It's even got some nice photos, like a baby photo right there.
Were you able to? Did you write the whole thing yourself?
Yeah, I wrote like 80% of it, 90% of it. So I wrote the first like 60, 70,000 words, and it was just analysis of what I'd been studied for 2 years at Facebook. And then Kent Heckenlively is my co-author, and he came in towards the end and kind of helped shape the narrative of make it more readable, more fun. Like, hey, here's this Ryan Hartwig who came through he was very just like, I was pretty sheltered growing up, like very religious. And then here I am like having to delete like child pornography and cartel violence. So it was mentally challenging as far as mental health. And if I'm getting shorter as we go do the live here, it's because I got this crappy chair from Staples, and it just like gradually goes. It's a tall chair, like it's one of like the studio chairs, so it's taller.
So it loses its.
There we go. Yeah. There we go.
Oh, brother. You rock,
someone met me in person at Joshua Fauerstein. I met Joshua Fauerstein at CPAC in Texas in July, and he's like, Ryan, you're taller than you look on the camera. Yeah, I'm 6'1". I'm 6 feet even. So.
Oh, you are 6 feet. I'm 6 feet too. It's funny. People, you can't really tell. You're right, because we're always sitting. But that's true. I probably thought, based on just from the camera, I probably thought you were like 5'8". You know what I mean? It just seems like that because the way it looks. I'm trying to find, like, while you're telling me, hooking us into this, I had like an actual backdrop to put behind us, and right now I'm like, where the hell is that thing? I'm gonna see if I can just throw something there so it's not just like.
Do you have a green screen behind you?
I do, yeah.
Let me pull up to you the chat so I can respond. There's someone in the chat that's really cool. Her name is Denise.
Yes, Denise is kicking it with us. Awesome. Yeah, we basically, if people come in, they're going to probably come in a little bit, because I noticed some other streamers are on right now, so it's probably going to be, they'll pop in here in a little bit. So if you're not in any rush, we'll hang out and chat for a little bit.
Yeah, no rush.
I'm going to see if I could I'm going to just throw this in the background. At least it's something. I had this one for call-in ones. Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
I think I got it right here. I got even the one. Holy cow, brother. Let's see if this works. This is the one with you. Yeah. Oh, no, but we have to flip us now, because I have you over here and me over.
Okay.
Whatever. We're going to keep it this
way. Do you use OBS? For your...
Exactly is what I use. I got the OBS system. So, man, look at this. I don't think I could switch us, though. Because you see I'm on the left and you're on the right. Or vice versa. Like, it would be nice. I don't know if I could do that in Zoom, where I could switch our sides. Oh, maybe I can. Brother, I just fixed it. Hold on. No, I'm not. Look at that. We're here. We're in the min. You see it? Are you able to see what's going on here?
Hey.
Well, you'll see in a second when you get over here. Tell me when you're on the page. Do you see it on YouTube?
Oh, wait.
Let me see if I can make this a little smaller so we're able to be both on here.
Oh, the backdrop. Yeah, I'm on you. Yeah. Okay.
There we go. We got the Ryan Hartwig backdrop, guys. I made this. I think this was take 3. This is
the one on mine. Mine's a little. It's got some black square.
Oh yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to. So when I did
That's awesome. Yeah, to Facebook. Yeah. that'll be your new social media platform, right? To Facebook.
It should be, yeah, to Facebook.
So everyone lies on social media. Let's be honest. So here's something really funny today. So I saw a post from Kim Klasick on Instagram. All right, so everyone's talking about Nicki Minaj, which is great. Free speech is great, but every time she comes out, Nicki Minaj comes out with like a song that has horrible lyrics. All the Christians are like, "Oh, she's horrible." Blah blah blah. Well, she's using her hate. She's using her free speech. So she just used her free speech again, and now people are like, "Oh, that's great. We love Nicki Minaj." But then when she uses her free speech with things they don't agree with, they're like, "Oh, she's horrible." So someone posted about that. Well, Kim Klasick made a post and like kind of put like an explicit cover, one of the album covers from Nicki Minaj, where she's, it's probably not family friendly.
Yeah.
And so someone in the comments was like, "I didn't like this in it's pornographic content in your feed. Like I'm gonna unfollow." Like that's great. Like that's fine. That's if you need one to unfollow. But yeah, Kim Klasick was just pointing out the hypocrisy of some people, and I think we're all guilty of that. Criticizing people for free speech, and then if it's something we agree with, oh, we love that. We love that person. That's great. So
yeah, I agree with you. I think what doesn't make sense to me is if you stand back for a second, the last year, it was all about woe is me, listen to me, I'm going to burn buildings, I'm going to turn over cars, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want, I'm going to poop on cars, and we needed to listen. And then now, when anybody has a concern or a complaint, it's like, let's burn them in the moment, let's destroy them. And I was surprised by the whole Nicki Minaj thing. Honestly, I think she's I don't think she has a good message for this planet. You know,
Yeah.
she's not out there promoting something that I think is going to help people. She's just promoting making money for herself, selfishness stuff, you know. But at the end of the day, the fact that she spoke out on a message that I appreciate, which is that, you know, my rights cannot be, you know, played around with. And if we decide as a people to allow this piece of garbage to tell us to put something in, which, by the way, the research I'm doing now is real. We have to be so careful. 2 weeks ago, they pulled one of my shows for saying something that it's like so stupid. I don't know if this has happened to you, but they sent me this.
Who has the time to go through your video, like all your lives? Like, honestly,
It's
like
so
they
crazy,
literally
dude.
pay one employee just like, hey, you're assigned to Mark Pires tonight. And they're like, oh, again, like Mark Pires, like
Every
I
night,
have to
dude.
sit through and like,
Every night, and every night I get a yellow from them, like I'm gonna do, like I did something, and it baffles me how I've never said a swear word, and every time they do review my content, they're like, yeah, you're good with all advertisers, but I get yellows all the time, and I'm like, how I write songs live, it's comedy live, and inspiration and positivity, and they keep giving me yellows. They've never had any, so it's clear I'm in some hole. But the weird thing is about this is. You've got.
hey, try turning down your mic volume just a tad. Let's try something now.
Is it too loud on your end?
No, it's just not crystal clear. Talk again.
Wait, hold on. Actually, I think the issue is, hold on. I think I have to turn on. Give me 1 second here, guys.
Okay. I just want your audio quality, your voice quality.
Oh, that should be it now. Is that better? I put my Roadcaster on. That was the issue. Now?
What do you think? What does chat think? I think it's better. I think it's a little bit better.
That should be a lot better because I went to the audio from my
that is. It's much clearer. It's
just
smoother,
take a few seconds. I'm glad you told me because I forgot to put the original audio on. So, but now I basically I'm thinking at this point in time, we are about, you know when they say that like the end of the earth, there's like that clock that we're one quarter, we're like a split second from destruction, you know, and it's in so many different ways. My fear I talked about yesterday, and I want to know what you think about this. We are weaker than we've ever been in history, and China wants our country. Russia wants our country. I got it, Hartwig. Miyagi. When you do a Danielson situation, that
wax
happens.
on, wax off.
There's
wax
a whole
on.
bit, a 16-minute bit you gotta
Like
watch.
it's nice that new Netflix show came out, like for this generation, so they can actually be familiar with that movie, because most kids growing up before that Netflix show came out, nobody knew what, like the kids who were born in like the 90s or 2000s didn't have a clue what that show was about.
So true. I got just the other day I did one called one of my comedy bits, or it turned into a show, I guess, is it's a Karate Kid thing, and basically it's crazy. Basically this whole Miyagi thing and Danielson, but it's about the wax on situation and a crane kick. And look, if you want to try to put me in a body bag, I'm gonna freaking take a crane kick at you. And if you remember, because Hartwig, you watched it. Everybody thinks that Miyagi was silent on this island. Did you see the fire in his eyes when he's like, Miyagi? And you do the crane kick situation. No body bag for Danielson. So, but yeah, it was a crazy bit, and it turned into this unreal Miyagi bit that you should watch. I think you like the comedy. It's silly stuff here, but I got another one. What is going on over here? You know what? This is a weird thing. Last week we had that crazy 7 inches of rain. You remember with the hurricane that came through?
Oh yeah, with that Hurricane Ida, yeah.
I'm listening, like I'm live, right? And I hear I think there's like something walking around my basement. Like I hear something moving around, Ryan. What am I doing? So I get up and look. There's water literally coming towards me from the back window. It's pouring through. So I'm like, hey guys, I put the mic. I don't know if you know, this last year a lot happened for you, but for me, I created my first feature film live, Batmark versus Supermark, where I played Batman, Superman, all this crazy stuff, and I was all in the green screen. And I did a 1 hour and 37-minute movie, improvised the entire thing live, and somehow created a cohesive, funny movie without any swears. And it's so I was like, guys, I'm putting this on. I gotta go and save my studio. So for the whole hour and a half, I'm cleaning up all the water over here. And since then, I see all these little freaking flies. I'm like, what are we doing over here? You know, where is I gotta call like a exterminator. Hartwig.
Yeah, no, the moisture in the Northeast is tough, and Project Veritas. I live in Arizona, and so I don't have to worry about that. The only thing we have to worry about in Arizona is like lack of water, because we live in the desert. But the water tables are lowering, so you can go out and buy an acre of land for $20,000, like an hour out of Phoenix, and you can drill down about 200 feet for water.
Oh,
but
wow.
the water tables are lowering more and more, so you have to drill down deeper each, every 5 years or whatever.
That's crazy.
So we don't have to deal with the moisture, which, by the way, you got some flooding. Project Veritas, their headquarters also got flooded, I believe, last week.
Where are they? New York?
They're in Mamaroneck, New York. That's their
that's
public.
right. Yeah, that's
that's
like right near
publicly
me.
known information. I'm not outing Project Veritas. Yeah, they're in Mamaroneck, so it's like an hour north of.
That's literally 30 minutes from me.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, no, Mamaroneck is like literally 30 minutes away from where I work every day. I didn't know that I thought they were like West Coast or something. I think I think what he does is great. It's like everybody expressing themselves is doing the right thing. And nobody understands that there is a piece of your soul that you fill every time you let something out. Everybody thinks you're letting something out. No, you're taking something in when you let something out. And so the beauty of this and what you're doing, expressing yourself through a book. The reason I asked if you did it yourself is I started writing my book. It's called Soulfillment. And I got like, I don't know, 13 chapters in, 14 chapters in. And I just stopped. I got so busy during I don't know. I just stopped writing it. But I'm like, I want to finish it. But then I'm like, do I just hire someone who knows how to write and then say, look, this is what I'm doing and have them help? But I'd like to write it, but I don't know where to put the commas and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just not there on that. Like, where's the semicolon going, right? So I do think it probably makes sense to put your thoughts down, get it into form, and then you get someone to clean it up who does it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I've written 8 books. Okay, great. Here, what do you think of this? I got all these pages. This is a couple of Crayola crayon pages, whatever. Just, can you put it into form for me? So have you noticed a response from the book?
So I just shared the link here to the live on Gab. Right now, my biggest following on, by the way, is Gab, because my Twitter got suspended in January.
I'm not on Gab. Should you suggest I should be on Gab?
Yeah, definitely. And then Gab, and then PocketNet.app is pretty cool.
Are those live apps? Yeah, can I go live on those?
Yeah, PocketNet.app.
On Gab, and can you go live on those, or is it just popping videos up?
It's good. Let's see. I got the Pro membership with Gab Pro. I'm not sure. I need to research that.
You know what's funny? You may want to look into this one. There's this thing called Big O. I just started doing this the other day. It's so weird, brother. So I've been doing this forever, and there's 18, 20 people, and that I had like 120 people on right away when I had a guest on, and we're chatting, and all of a sudden there's like 120 people. I'm thinking to myself, how is it that I don't even have any followers yet on this platform, but people are intrigued by the content and actually starting to gravitate to it right away. Here, I've been here 991 days in a row. We still see the same awesome characters, but not one new person really ever. It's such a funny, weird thing, the parallel between how YouTube shuts us down and how a new platform's like, hey, this is cool. It's positive, and it's someone expressing themselves. Let's see if we can build it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy.
I'm gonna do that.
Now the YouTubers, the people that were on YouTube, influencers, now it's like every time they go live, it's like, see me on these 10 channels. Every week there's like a new channel. There's like Rofkin now, Odyssey. I can hear about a new one every week.
Really?
PocketNet.app is pretty cool because it's blockchain. So which I'm still learning about right now. And I talked to a guy named Evan McFarland yesterday who wrote a book about blockchain. So still don't understand the concept yet, but the book, to answer your question, the book's doing pretty well. It launched last month on Amazon. It's it's my first time published author. I like the fact there's a physical copy of the book. Like,
that's cool.
I was going to publish with a company and they were like, oh, it'll just be the digital copy. I'm like, no, I kind of like the physical hard copy.
I agree. I like to feel the pages and, I like to throw that little, bookmark in there. I don't want a digital bookmark, Ryan. I'm just saying. Don't give me a digital book. I want to. You can't flip a page in the iPad. What are you doing? Like this. I'm going to swipe. You're swiping?
Swipe left if you like the book. Swipe right.
Wax on, wax off with the freaking pages.
Swipe or no swipey.
So let me ask you, have you had any backlash from the Zucker Chooch at all?
I'm not. The weird thing is, I don't know if I mentioned this on the last time I was here, but just recently, this guy on Instagram reached out to me. He's like, my name is Jim Wiley, a young guy, like mid-20s. And I looked through his Instagram profile, and he's like a Freemason, like Freemason symbology everywhere.
Wow.
Like he'd actually go to the lodge and like take a selfie. I'm a Freemason. And, I respect all religions, but I don't know. Anyways, he emailed me and he's like, oh, I'm part of this, I'm helping managing this lawsuit against Dominion. And we needed a cyber technology. We need a Facebook expert. And he just kind of like a weird email, and he signed his name. He didn't put like his official, like a website. I'm like, what's the link? He's like, and he never responded back. So I feel like it was a phishing attempt from someone at Facebook to like get me into legal trouble. Like, oh, hey, is Ryan going to reveal like his deep, certain information about Facebook that would violate his legal agreement? So that was kind of weird. So nothing like out in the open where they're coming after me. And what's interesting too in the book, and is it's sponsored by Robert J.F.
Oh, Robert F. Kennedy
organization. So it's Children's Health Defense.
Oh, awesome.
So what I've heard is they have some pretty good attorneys, and so they will have my back. And then, yeah. So, I mean, I could always be sued. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm still public now though. Like, and when it's in a book, it's like public rec. It's like, what's it called?
Public information. It's just, it's, I mean, basically
it's the public domain now. So like,
yeah, but you're also mostly speaking about stuff that's out there, that you already let out there a year ago. Except for this new X.
The X check. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, tell us about that.
So Monday, the Wall Street Journal put out an article about X. It's called Facebook says its rules apply to all company documents reveal a secret elites that's exempt. So Facebook's protecting their secret elites. And I think every company, like, you're going to give white glove treatment to like VIPs. I worked for a time for Uber, actually doing not driving, but actually for their corporate, doing security contracting, like account security. So if your account got locked out, I would like unlock it for you. And we had VIP accounts as well. So like Alec Baldwin, he got locked out of his account. So obviously you want to prioritize that because you don't want a PR fire. So that's basically what the same thing that Facebook's doing. It's called a whitelisting, and it's called X check. So it was initially intended as a quality control measure for actions taken against high profile accounts, including celebrities, politicians, and journalists. Today, it shields millions of VIP users from the normal enforcement process. And so the article from the Wall Street Journal that's posted in Fox Business goes through, and it says a 2019 internal review of Facebook's whitelisting practices marked attorney-client privilege. That
Right. You there? No. Ryan, I think your service is horrendous. I think you gotta call Optimum. You gotta give him a call. Hey, I'm having issues with my internet connection. I'm here. I'm trying to talk to Renaissance Man. Tell him about my book. And they keep taking you off. You know why? It's because what you're talking about. That's a Zuckerchooch. You just got Zuckerchooched. Ryan just got Zuckerchooched. You know what? He'll call back in a second. Let me just make sure that Zoom is still open. Yes, it is. We'll wait for him to call me back, okay? Let's see. Am I still... You should hear just my audio, hopefully. I'm not really sure. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll see. Hopefully Ryan calls back in a second. But guys, we are basically right in the middle of this bit. Maybe I'll play it until Ryan calls back. This is it right here. And this is me thinking about, this is how I feel about Mark Zuckerchooch. Just so you know. You gotta give it to people the way they want it back. Here we go. I'm popping this on for you. Until we hear from our brother. Biggest Adam's apple I've ever seen in my life. I think if you were to measure it, someone could scale it. They could grab their ropes. Brian, you back? And scale your friggin' Adam's apple, Mark Zuckerchooch.
I'm back.
All right, hold on. They have to have a safety harness. All right, guys, hold on.
They can't do it without a safety harness. You fall off the Zuckerchooch Adam's apple?
You fall off the Adam's apple from Zuckerchooch.
You're breaking legs.
That's right.
You are breaking legs. And maybe even more. You may...
All right, there we go. Let me go back, make sure I have our audio the way we were.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. All right, what did I just do?
All right.
Hold on.
I think it was my internet, so hopefully it's back. Okay, we're good.
Yeah,
we're good.
you should be good now.
Test.
What is going on with this thing? Okay, let me figure this out. This is weird. Hold on, this is going to be... This is weird. Now you're not there. Hold on a minute. Oh, is that better? Yeah, now we're back.
Okay.
So, where were you? You were telling me about... well, we were basically talking about Zuckerchooch. And you were filling us in on the book. Are you going to go on it? I'm not sure if there's any way to do this because of the CIVID, but are you doing is everything virtual? Are you going on any shows, anything like that are actually in person? Is everything virtual?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of shows virtually. It just makes more sense economically to do those. I'm trying to go to AmpFest. Yeah, I'm trying to get a book tour scheduled, but and then there's a lot of local events here in Arizona as well. A lot of rallies and things leading up to the election audit results here in Arizona. So yeah, there's a lot going on that I can speak. But yeah, nowadays, I mean, I can get on a show and reach 500 people, 1,000 people or more. So it makes sense to do that. What were we talking? Oh yeah, we were talking about the XCheck thing before Facebook decided to censor the stream, right?
Yes, exactly. They took you off.
Whitelisting.
So yeah, and as far as it goes, who is on the whitelist? It's basically CEOs. You got like Alec Baldwin, those types of people. Like Nicki Minaj would be on that whitelist, right?
Yeah, you'd think they should be on there. So there's got to be someone. There's got to be a human reviewer at the very top. So I'm at the base level. I'm a content moderator. Let's say I try to delete Nicki Minaj, it won't let me. But the directions that Facebook said. So Facebook told us to. Let me search XCheck in my book. I have the digital copy of my book, and when I search XCheck, I have 10 results for the phrase XCheck in my book. And of course, it's been a week, and the Wall Street Journal hasn't mentioned my book at all. But no surprise there.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
So basically, yeah, once I try to delete something that's inappropriate, and it has that shield, it has that XCheck like fire brigade to prevent PR fires. It's like your fire department, but for Facebook, right? Yeah. So for example, media ops, absolute protection, XCheck, and therefore cannot be actioned. If you believe this content violates policy, you can escalate for review. So there's got to be another human up at Facebook that's reviewing this content and saying, Nicki Minaj, I think, should we delete her account, or is she good? So they probably made the decision, we don't like her stance on vaccines. So that's an example of XCheck. The example they gave in the article that's a good example is a famous soccer player named Neymar Jr.
I heard about this one.
Yeah, he shared revenge porn, basically, and they didn't delete his account. So I go into more detail in my book about that policy, which is the sexual exploitation of adults. It's what's funny is I want to find this. This is important. They give an example of, they're protecting all these important people, like Trump when he says crazy things. Well, that's a horrible example because Trump's already been suspended. So yeah, obviously the XCheck didn't work for him.
No, they never did the XCheck. The XCheck was no matter what he said, they block it, or they try to just get him off the platform. I'm curious about as far as it goes. Do you think that there's like a collusion? But from Zuckerchooch to Jack Sparrow at Twitter to they're like, hey, by the way, Jack, here's my list. And then he puts everybody from the list of Facebook on his crap list and vice versa. And Zuckerchooch is putting more people in the shadow ban based on Twitter. So they're helping each other sift out the messages they don't want. And you know what? This is a weird thing. I'm realizing more and more when I wrote this quote many years ago. I said the internet will be considered the greatest invention in history and also the worst invention in history, like the most dangerously for our society's being destroyed. I was 1999, I think I wrote that, and I remembered. I'm just thinking to myself, if you could realize what's going on, you have the masters of the universe who want you to hear what they want you to hear, and they will only let you hear what they want you to hear. And everything else, you got to go on a Rumble. You got to go over on wherever in order to hear the truth, because you will not find it over from Zucker Chooch. And these ideas, well, we want people to have a voice. No, you don't. You want to steal people's voice. You want them to quit so they stay quiet in their hole, and you can continue to try to dominate the world. This monopoly needs to come to an end, and that guy should be in jail. He's a freaking thief. He didn't even freaking create the software. He's like, oh, I'm going to steal that from the thinker off Earth. Like, what are we doing over here? You know? And I just don't understand, honestly, why they get away with it. Between that and with this guy who's supposed to be taking care of the welfare of our country, when you see all the information, like, this is a totally off-topic thing from what we're talking about, but if you happen to get the CIVID, and you have to go to the hospital for it, there's only one thing they will give you. It starts with an R. It's like, oh, I have the remedy, is what they say. But there's a diziv, like all this thing in there. And that thing, apparently, 52% of the time.
Shuts down your kidneys? Yeah.
Yeah, and die. You're 52% of the time. So you have a 48% of the 48% chance of coming back out of the hospital. But you have a 0.02% chance of surviving if you just say, I'm staying home. I'm not taking your stupid thing. And if it comes at me, it comes at me. And hopefully I'm not part of the unlucky lottery. But this idea of, okay, let me do this. And the information that's coming out in Israel and like all Singapore. And I'm thinking to myself, you can't be at 90%. And all these crazy spikes are going on. And then you're like, it's the pandemic of the No, I don't want to hear the in front of anything, Just simply, if, let's talk about how stupid this country is. You have a complete nation that's putting masks on their faces. And for the whole year and a half, they're doing it. And you get the curve. It goes like this. You know what the curve was. It was like this, and then it went literally back to where we started. We're back at where we started, right? And I'm looking at it. I told my wife, I'm like, this is crazy. Look where we are right now. Back where we started. And then, of course, Fraud comes out. Look, the have to wear 47 masks. And the other ones, you're like, hey, you're good. Take yours off. You can go out to dinner together again. You can go to Home Depot, and you can hang out, and you can do your thing. What happens? The whole freaking country goes crazy, and it's a pandemic of the. You gotta be freaking kidding me! I still wore the stupid thing on my face and stayed 6 feet away because I'm not putting that in my shoulder. So don't tell me the people that continue to do what we did to get that thing back to here continue to do it. You, as an idiot, took your face off and you're walking around like this, but it's our fault. No. It's clear. The common sense does not make any sense in 2021. Everybody is idiotic. And they're like, the media. This is a thing. You should start doing this because you are speaking to a lot more people than I am. Hashtag the media is the virus.
What's funny is like, since I went public like 12 months ago, 13 months ago. No, 15. Yeah, 15 months ago. June. And I've traveled a lot in the last year, and
that's awesome.
One time I got sick, or I just felt bad for a little while, so I took some like natural herbs and felt better after that. But dude, when I went to Seattle last October, that was the worst because that was the middle of the pandemic, and dude, the people in Washington, they're brainwashed. Like I got told people put my mask up over my nose more than any other time. Like talk about like Nazis, like. And I don't use that term lightly. And I, by the way, I have German ancestry, but
that makes sense.
I don't use that term lightly, calling someone a Nazi. But like literally, like I'm in the airport, and this old guy with a Harley Davidson jacket was like, he was standing there with his wife in line. And I had my mask on, but just like that, like not covering my nose. And this guy turns around, he's like, "Put your mask on." And I'm like, "Bro, you're at the airport. You're wearing a Harley Davidson jacket." And you're with your wife, like, why, geez, if you want to, if you don't want to get contaminated, if you think it's that bad, why the hell are you at the airport? So, and I tried to go to the little, the steeple in Seattle, like the Seattle steeple, like I just remember it from the Seattle Supersonics, the basketball team.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to go in there, and I walked in, and they're like, the same thing, like, "Oh, cover your nose, please." I'm like, geez. And then I was walking down, like, near downtown Seattle, and there was this thing that said your body, your choice, or some kind of like the leftist equivalent of that. I'm like, well, that doesn't really apply here. So Yeah, the
Well, it does
yeah,
now.
the
It does
mandates
now.
are insane, and the fact that Facebook is enforcing them as well. I mean, for example, like to show you how arbitrary the rules are at Facebook. While I was there, they stopped the sale of animals. Before you could sell your little poodle on Facebook. Hey, I've got my animal for sale, and they said nope, we can't do that anymore. Um, we would regulate marijuana, sales of marijuana on Facebook, but you can't sell insulin on Facebook either. You can't sell you if you have like a box of like the yellow boxes of like insulin or insulin related products, you can't sell them at all.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know what?
yeah,
It's just it's a sad time when there are many things that can help us, and we seem to be living in a time where they want to get rid of as many of us as possible. And you know,
yeah.
if you could just stand back and realize where we are, we're like 6 months away from T2. Like, you're telling me nobody's thinking about the AI? Like, this is what's happening. They don't want to pay universal basic income to 7.7 billion people. And I hear people say,
Yeah.
well, they wouldn't be giving it to this, that, and other thing. Do you think the people that are up here are really taking what you think they're taking? And if they are, they're mental, because I'm looking at stuff, and not that I'm a scientist, but all I have to do is look at the data. All I have to do is look what's there. And I love that we can actually talk about this without saying words that can get us in trouble. Isn't it interesting? Like, everyone knows what we're talking about, and we're not even saying words that make sense. But realistically, if you look at the data and you're saying, this is the truth, and if you look at the only thing you can get is this one thing that you got a 48% chance of living, and then you got this,
Yeah.
you got these other things that we
it's
know
important
work.
to point out, like they always talk about, like, oh, there's the planet's overcrowded. This planet's overcrowded. If they really wanted to use the technology in existence, converting salt water to real water, which is feasible, but it's very costly. There's all kinds of technologies. I'm sure, like, there's technologies that the military has, that the government has, that they're not using, because it would disrupt the economy and disrupt the balance of power. But the honest truth is, there's risks for overpopulation, but they're not using that technology to allow for that. And there's actually a greater risk for depopulation. So if there's underpopulation, look at Japan. Japan is struggling. Like, their birth rate is the lowest in the world. Who's going to pay for all the health insurance for the older population? And so that's a big challenge. So yeah, I mean, for the elites, they would see it as, hey, we've got this surplus population, kind of like Scrooge.
Yeah.
Like, we've got the surplus, it's the surplus population.
Well, the scary thing is when you start understanding that is the angle, and you start looking at the information that's out there and how long and how far back it goes, you start realizing that this isn't a recent plan. This has been going on since the 80s. And there's a video I saw or it was a transcript from one of the very first. They were like, if the people can't know that this is our plan, and if they realize that if they come together, they can destroy us, this is all over. So we need to keep them divided. And it's amazing that they wrote it all out 35, 40, 50 years ago. And we, idiots walking around this earth saying, like, oh, I hate you because you look this way and your colors. Excuse me. We are light beings. We are stuck in bodies. We are avatars of something much higher than we could ever understand and comprehend. We won't even ever understand it, I believe, because we're probably on a planet that's a jail. This is really where we are.
And it's funny because industrialization for the elite, it's kind of a double-edged sword, because of the Rockefellers and industrialization, and Morgan Stanley or
Morgan
these
Freeman.
billionaires, they rode the wave of industrialization, and so they became mega billionaires to control all this wealth. But at the same time, that whole industrialization allowed for quality of life to improve. So now, instead of a birth rate like in Indonesia in the 50s, there was like a 50% chance that your kid would die at birth or within a year because of the diseases. So because of the improvement of the quality of life, that resulted in a higher birth rate. And now it's coming back to bite these elites. They're like, oh crap, we made all this money off of industrialization, but now we're gonna have to feed the billions of people in the world, which they could do, no problem.
Oh yeah,
if they really wanted to, they could.
Yeah, they've got the funds. I mean, that's the thing is if these, it's a crazy thing to think that the people that have the entirety of the wealth on this planet probably would comfortably sit in a room, in like a very small gym.
Yeah.
That's the world, the whole entire world. but a very small basketball gym, the entirety of the wealth, like the real wealth, from the Rothschilds to you put people like the former president in that group, but that's a small group of people in that room. And I mean, it's probably grown a lot this last year because honestly, this was a cash grab. They put all of us in the ground just like they wanted to do it. They lift themselves up. They stole from the cash cow and they were just printing out cash. I mean, I was saying to my wife earlier, it's like, these friggin' idiots in DC, they are spending money left and right like it's their money, but it's our money. And every year they take so much of my money. Miyagi! I couldn't get it. I tried. But they steal our money every year. Literally steal.
Hey Mark, let me, in my book, if you have the digital version, if you don't have one, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
If you search the word Soros, there's 11 mentions of Soros in my book. Okay. So one mention is about Alexander Soros because they confused him with the Ukrainian whistleblower whose name must not be named. He who must not be named.
He who must not be named.
So they confused Alexander Soros, who's the son of George Soros. And then,
oh no,
here you go. Here's from my book. Okay, this is page 109. And let me pull it up. Show you guys.
Yeah, read that out. I want to say hi to everybody while Ryan's pulling up that page. Hee, how are you, my friend? Corky in the house. Bex, my brother Bex. Paul, Cheryl, Rusky.
It's very good to have a Rusky in the chat window.
I was going to say, when you brought up Soros, brother.
I did an interview in Russian channel, Svetska this morning.
It's
also
very good.
in Sputnik. I was in Sputnik this week.
We welcome you as a bottle of vodka with your name on it, Ryan Hot with vodka. It's very good.
He's the exchange waitlist. We protect the billionaires, like George Soros. We protect him. We like him.
George Soros. Ryan is George.
That's basically George Soros.
dude, I'm sure there's memes about this, but like with the whole like Star Wars thing.
Dude, you didn't see my Dr. Evil that I did that? Oh man,
no.
That was where you got it from. I did Dr. Evil as basically Dr. Evil and George Soros and Vladimir Putin, and at the very end he says, "Bring Trump Walker to me." And then like what? And he's like, and literally it's Palpatine at the very end, but it's me doing Soros's voice. I'll play that after this, guys.
I can do India. I can't do the Russian one. I need to perfect that, but I can do. So I'm going to read my book with my India accent. And by the way, I worked for Cognizant. It's not an Indian company, but a lot of there's like over 100,000 employees in India. So a lot of my supervisors at work, like the top managers, were from India. So I want to read in an Indian accent. We were also told to prioritize content related to the migrant caravan from Honduras, as well as content related to George Soros. Hello, everyone. The client has requested ideas for any content related to George Soros. It's not going very well, is it? Any content the client has requested. How's it going?
It's good.
Decent?
No, it's definitely. I think it's funny. Someone was the other day did the same thing, and I was like, I found myself going into it. I'm like, why are we? Let me ask a simple question. Why are we a world where I can do an English accent and that's okay, right? Mm-hmm. But if I'm like, oh my God, you come down to the quickie, must have a good time. Like if I do that, that's racist. But I could be like, you got to be kidding me. You gonna come down to the bar, to the pub, whatever. That's okay.
Don't mention the name Tommy Robinson, or you'll get banned.
Yeah, English is okay. Irish is okay. You could do that. That's okay. That's not racist. But the moment you say, "Oh my God, would you like two for the price of one? You got a good time." You do that? No good, Ryan. All of a sudden, you're in trouble in hot water.
So what's funny is I literally talked to the executive editor for Penguin, or was it Penguin Hill Press in India, and they wanted to do we were talking about doing an edition of the book in India, which is great because awesome. It's all it's a huge market, 1 billion people, and they all speak English.
Yeah, that's
true. So I
wouldn't
have to translate the book. So we might do an import, but I didn't try the Indian accent with her, but I do know how to say nice to meet you in Hindi, which is aapse milke acha laga.
I would love some milk. Thank you.
Yeah, aapse milke acha laga. Nice to meet you.
Whole milk,
and then
half milk?
aapko acha lagta hai yeh par means do you like it here? So that's your Hindi lesson for the night.
That's a Steve Carell moment right there. Do you like it here? That's what she said.
आपको अच्छा लगता है यहाँ पर? Yes, I did.
Oh my God!
Dude, like it's funny. Like I really want to see people try to put like the white nationalist label on me, because it would be hilarious. Because I literally know a word or two in like 10 different languages. Every week I literally go to the market. Literally, that's the word of the day. You remember the literally kid you remember that kid from the fair, that 6-year-old kid who was on Ellen DeGeneres, the literally kid. You guys,
you know what? It's funny. I didn't see this, but my daughter says it the cutest way. She's 6, and she says literally all the time. It's so adorable. I mean, you said that, it made me laugh. She's like, "Daddy, literally." I'm like, man, I just want to hold you.
So anyway,
by the way, brother,
I go to.
Do I hear a little baby in the background?
Huh?
Do I hear a little baby in the background? Do you have a little baby there?
You shouldn't be hearing it. No. I do have a month and a half old child though. We had a child about a month ago.
I heard the little baby. Like, I didn't want to bother you earlier, but I just I heard. I was like, I'm happy for you. I'm very proud of you, brother.
Thank you.
It's been a good trajectory for you to take that step away from literally a dead end grind where you never would have gone anywhere. You would have just been following automatron robot. You know what I mean? Think about how you broadened your horizons in the last year. You traveled all over the place. Did you get CV at all, or did you get lucky?
I didn't get CV at all. No, I've tested negative twice. I've been to Seattle, been to Miami, what's the other West Palm Beach, Brazil. I went to Brazil for 10 days last year. And
they had spikes when you were there, right? They haven't had a slowdown at all in Brazil, right? And you went there during the hard times, so
yeah, I'm done during the height of it. Yeah, and
did you just keep your vitamin mineral intake up, like everything you'd expect to do to try to stay healthy during it, right?
Yeah, just stayed healthy, just exercise, go for a run every day, and I mean in Brazil, what's weird too in Brazil, every place you go into, they do the thermal. They hold the thing up to your forehead. And it's funny with the hospital for the birth of a child, they didn't do that for visitors. I was like, that's kind of odd. And I wonder if the act of just holding that next to your head, if that's kind of like if that's considered them treating you.
Interesting.
I don't know. If they do that, are you then are you considered a patient? I don't know.
There's so many weird things that have happened this last year and a half, but for me, I'm just somebody who wants transparency at all times. And if I see that the data is changing, the way you collect data changes at all, I'm done. And it's changed like 9 times. They're like, oh, well, this week, I'm like, what are we doing here? And I think the reality is that we are the smarter people who are not willing to trust the GOV. Those people, they want to hear all sides and then make a decision. But at the end of the day, if they decide against, it's their right. And I don't want to hear from these same idiots who are like, I'm going to burn down this building. Give me $1 billion. I don't want to hear a word from you guys now. If somebody decides that they want to exercise their same rights that you did when you went down there and were breaking windows, burning buildings, and they let you do it. They let you do it. You went to Seattle.
We'll talk about that in a minute. So we'll talk about the burning of buildings and such. That's something else that's in my book, and I'm trying to get these more mainstream coverage on it. But I was at work today. I work from home, customer service, and in the chat, our supervisor was like, "Hey, what's everyone doing this weekend for fun?" And then someone's like, "Nothing really. I'm just getting my second Vixen." I'm like. She's like, and they're like, oh, that's not gonna be fun, blah blah. And I wanted to reach out and message someone and message her and be like, don't get the Vixen, don't get the Vixen. But I'm like,
exactly, get Comet or Cupid, but don't get Vixen.
At this point, you've had a year and a half to be brainwashed. If you're brainwashed, but at this point, it's kind of your fault.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. You know what the scariest thing is? and my wife showed me a picture of somebody who was like, yeah, here we're with our, this, like, they're like an 11, 12-year-old. They're like, in for our second time to see Cupid. Like, what are we doing here, you know? And then you see all this information about how, like, and Anna, I'm not sure if you know, but I've got like a couple of people that work here now. So we got Zabrowski, who does the woohoo, and then of course we have Joanne. She's my second, and she's just freaking files back there. But she also has like an enlarged heart, like massive, the size of like, we say it's maybe the size
hey,
of
beware
a
of
saber.
HIPAA. I'm going to get you for a HIPAA violation. You're talking about your employees' health.
Yeah. Hey, Joanne, he doesn't understand that you signed a contract and that you're being paid in doll hairs. She accepted doll hairs, Ryan. She's back there. She's like, how much did I make today? I said, I'm docking you doll hairs. I was cutting those doll hairs last night to put in an envelope to give to her.
So I don't know if it's our generation, but growing up, that was like the common joke. So, you know, growing up, I grew up in the 90s.
I know.
Like, so the 90s and early 2000s, but we did the doll hair joke. We had Pogs. Do you remember what Pogs were?
No, what was that?
Pogs were those little metal discs you'd play with at school, in the elementary school, where you'd stack them on top of each other, and you take the top one. Okay, who in the chat knows? Here,
and they'd flip, they'd
Pogs.
pop, right? Are those the ones that popped?
Yeah, they
were
pop up kind of.
I remember those.
We had yo-yos, the Bumblebee yo-yo.
I was a yo-yo king. I used to do the roundabout. I'm doing a roundy, and then I'm walking the freaking dog. I'm walking that dog right now, Ryan. Shoop, shoop, shoop. I was pretty good with that yo-yo.
So this isn't PC anymore, because I would play with have the yo-yo. I don't think I had a Bumblebee, but I had what was it? Silver Bullet. Silver Bullet was a yo-yo brand.
Oh yeah,
and
okay, I remember that one.
We would do the Confederate flag. See, here we go again. We're gonna get banned right now. You
really?
do I wish I had a yo-yo, but you spin it so it's sleeping, right? And then you cross your fingers so it's like a crisscross of the string, and we call it the Confederate flag. But there's Rock the Baby, there was Confederate flag.
Rock the Baby is the one I remember. That was a good one. But you had to be able to get the spin going long enough to do the walk the dog or to do any of those, and that was tough. Like, I'd see some of these guys where they'd get that thing spinning for like 30 seconds so they could do it all. I'd only get it to spin for like 6 seconds. So it was like never, but I was a kid. So, another big one was hacky sack. Like, that was huge when I was a kid. I don't know if you used to hacky sack, and we used to get into it, and I used to love to hacky sack. I used to do some crazy
what's tragic
tricks.
about this whole,
this generation.
Like, we're having this huge cultural change. Everyone's sitting at home.
Yeah.
My brother actually raises his kids with like no tablets, but nowadays it's like, here you go, watch your TV show. And,
we do our best to try to
hopefully
curb
we don't lose
that.
some of those generational things, but
yeah, we try to curb that because honestly, it's been tough. It was homeschool last year. We weren't letting our kids in. Here's the craziest thing: last year we kept them home. This year, Delta Airlines. It's the greatest. Everyone's getting it. Oh my goodness! And then they're in school now, and I'm and it is a little bit of a scary thing because you see all the props. Props again. And you're just like, oh my goodness, like I could open up anything right now, so can you, and it would be like 8 stories in a row that make you like say, I think I gotta go there, and I gotta go and see what Cupid's doing today, and Comet, and it's scary because, and this is the other weird thing, you could find that information at any time in history, but they don't put a spotlight on it. When's the last time you heard anything about BL? Nobody talks about BL anymore.
So, the Bureau of Land Management is really doing a horrible job. They're burning down the forests. They're burning down buildings. The Bureau of Land Management is not doing a very good job right now.
Wait, currently they're burning down buildings?
Of providing equality for all. I mean, you got these neighborhoods that aren't being treated equally. So I talk about, the Bureau of Land Management in my book. I actually have a chapter called Facebook in Black and White. And let's see, let's search for these keywords.
And guys, you could pick up Ryan's book anywhere. Check it out, Behind the Mask of Facebook, and lots of information. And I think it's interesting, and also, to me, I'll use a word I don't like to use very often, but it's appropriate: titillating. To have a book about a man as boring is Mark Zuckerberg, right, guys? I mean, like I said, the new thing is they reached out. They haven't heard back from him yet, but they were like, "Will you be our new brand model for Dos Equis, the most boring man in the world?" Right? Who wants to watch Mark Zuckerberg talk? It's the worst. Like I lost time. I don't know what I'm going to do now.
I wish I had a bottle of water, then I could do an imitation of. Okay, here we go. This will suffice.
Okay, who do we hear?
Here, let me do my imitation of Zuckerbucker.
Oh yes, please. I can't stand that.
So Zuckerbucks. So let's see. Let me.
You could also go with Zuckerdick.
Okay, so you're going to be the senator interviewing at the congressional hearing, and I'm going to be Zuckerbuck. So ask me like a really serious question.
Mr. Zuckerchooch, I'm looking here at a document that said that you were going to take anything and everything that the current president would bring to your platform. That is a clear violation of the rights of a human being in the States. What do you have to say about that?
Congressman, we are doing everything in our power to curb hate speech and violence on our platform. It is one of our hugest priorities. For example, we suspended Trump this year, one of our major accomplishments. So for that reason, Congressman, I don't have the information in front of me right now. I'll provide that for you later.
Will you be giving us a full accounting?
This is our utmost priority. We delete thousands of accounts each year, especially Trump supporters.
You deleted mine. What do you have to say about that?
Congressman, we'll have to get back to you on the details of those deletions.
Well, I have the details right here.
Pires, but we know he's dangerous.
I have the details right here. Yep, deleted. What are we going to do
about that?
Impersonation?
I think that was my.
That was actually dead on, dude. You know why? You nailed him on the drag. He drags. I didn't realize that till I was listening to you, but he drags. The only thing is, if you could somehow get he does this weird thing where he's got like if you could add that into the drag. Oh, I was like listening to him like that. I was actually looking at the camera and I was like, you sound exactly like Zuckerchooch.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Ryan? I wanted to punch you in the face right for a second. Because I was like, that's Mark Zuckerchooch here on the show. Let's punch through the screen and hit Zuckerchooch in the face. But it wasn't. It was one of my best friends in the world, Ryan Hartwig. Just put out a book, guys. Check it out behind the mask of Facebook. This is the thing. When you want to go into a bit and you ask me to play a senator, we're going like all the way, okay? It's not going to be a little, we don't do a split second. We do a full comedy bit.
What senator? Hey, in the chat, what impersonations? Oh, can we do Jen Psaki?
Oh my goodness, please do Jen Psaki. Jen, I got something I got to talk to you about over here. My Aunt Judy told me today you got to address the nation. Tell her that I got to take a poop-a-doop in my triple diaper.
Mark, we are flagging accounts and handing them over to Facebook for deletion. As far as the pooping in your pants, we're going to have to circle back to you on that. We might have a better answer tomorrow in our next hearing. But once again, we did not, just to clarify, we did not do a full removal of the troops in Afghanistan. That is a lie, sir. And once again, we are flagging accounts for deletion, and we flagged Mark Pires' account for deletion, and we're sending that to Facebook.
Look, my Aunt Judy told me that we got to get rid of Mark. Just give him. Well, they put their hands on my white hair and they just pushed it up, and you see it. And I like it when kids sit on my lap. I've always liked it when they sit on my lap. What is this guy talking about? Dude, you're awesome. That's good because she's a horrible human being. Again, you almost got like the wanting to get hit in the face thing, but I'm just kidding.
Work on that
it's
one.
Just she's a girl.
I don't know. I haven't watched her enough, to be honest.
I think she's a girl though. It's almost like when you hear that guy who's like, "Ooh, I'm a rebel when it kicks." That's a guy.
I did not know that.
I know. When I found that out, I was like, "That's a guy." Next time you hear that, you'll be like, "That's not a guy. That dude sings like a girl." If you could do the Saki. You had the sound, the thing, but if you, I'm going to have to circle back. And by the way, the circle back thing, right? What's
Ain't
that
no
about?
Circle back. No circle.
Guys, you have to make sure you give Ryan's book a look. I guess you could get digital copy as well. I think the hardcover is the way to go. And if you go through Ryan, you can get a signed copy. Can you explain how to get the signed copy from you again?
Yeah, so you can just email me, Ryan Hartwig at protonmail.com. I can do the shipping. We can talk about, it's usually, I've been selling a few for about $40 each, which, like I said, keeps more money in my pocket. Cause honestly, when the book sells on Amazon, I don't keep that much of it at all.
It makes
so that
sense.
helps me a lot, helps support my family and my newborn, my
Absolutely.
wife. So yeah,
That's
Ryan
awesome.
Hartwig at protonmail.com.
Yeah, guys, pick that up because that is the way to do it. First of all, like it's funny. I do this for free, obviously, but I've always said, things that are creations and things that you really are, proud of should have a monetary value. And I've been releasing an album a month, 104 songs so far this year. And every time someone buys an album, I'm like, thank you. That helps me, my family, and I actually
Yeah.
get to keep all of the money. The way I said, I'm not signed to a record label. I'm never going to do that. So I'll always be
Yeah.
independent. So anything that people can do to support the show, you're getting something for it, not just tuning into me. You're actually getting physical music that you could tune into your car. So you're giving a book to people, and I think that's awesome because the signature also is going to go a long way. And maybe if you're nice enough to give a little note to them as well. Look, you
I
guys say
shipped
you've
a
been
book
Hartwig.
a signed book to Canada. I'm actually going to ship one tomorrow, actually, to Australia. Believe it or not.
Wow.
So,
I was
yeah.
going to say, why don't you try this is just an idea. Why don't you try to do a Grant Cardone situation and you're like, look, guys, 10x it. You just pay for the shipping and handling. And you just do like $90 for shipping and handling. You know what I mean? And you get the book for free. You got the book for free though, Ryan.
Dude, I can make an infomercial. Here we go. For only 3 easy payments of $99.99. This book can be yours.
This book can
Behind
be
the
yours.
Mask of Facebook by Ryan Hartwig and Kent Hecken Lively.
Let's do it. Hold it up real quick. I think we absolutely have to. Guys, make sure you get your Behind the Mask of Facebook. This is Grant Cardone. If you got 10x it, you're getting that book for free, guys. All you got to do is pay shipping and handling. One time, $999.99. Best shipping and handling deal on the planet. It's walked to your house. Someone shows
And the
up at your
best
house.
part is it comes with the one and only book, the book cover, which is replaceable. This book cover actually comes off and can be placed back on to protect the cover of the book. I don't think you can see that you found this anywhere else, guys. This book cover is quite unique, and it actually comes with this novel concept called paper, and you can read the words on the paper. There's this comedy sketch of in the medieval times when they invented the book, like before they had like scrolls, right? And so imagine being like a scholar in the 1500s. They're like, hey, we have this novel concept called the book. You have to turn each page to get to there's this, I don't remember where I saw this comedy sketch, but it was pretty hilarious.
Well, it's funny how everything changes in the things that become the new media. Everybody was talking about CDs. Now we're on to MP3s. What's next? Maybe we're just digital downloads into our mind. But it's definitely an interesting thing. And I think that there's a lot of laughs that can be had, obviously, like we like to do here. But I'm really proud of you, brother. I want to make sure that everybody goes and checks out this book. And as far as it goes too, whenever you do come out to the East Coast, we have to hook up for sure.
Yeah.
I think the idea of having, sitting down at a table with Ryan or, in general, just sitting down with people across from each other, it's going to be a really cool thing. Just building energy in persons is so much better than doing it this way. But this is always so cool. We take one little idea and roll with it, But yeah, I think that if you ever need, just throwing this out there, but if you ever need, I think we talked about this before, like doing like a Ryan Hartwig song. I got to come up with something that maybe for that book, Behind the Mask of Facebook. That's actually a title that I could write something with, like Behind the Mask of Facebook. That's got a beat. It's got a beat to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, let me mess around and see if I can
the
come up
last
with
time
something.
we were gonna do a song about actually wrote a song. Hang it.
It was based on something else. Like I think it was based on like a Roy Orbison song, and you had lyrics for it.
Yeah.
But I think what would be better is a song about the book. And I think so. I'm going to come up with something for you and see if I could send it across. I'll just do it live after the show, and when you're done, I'll see what I could create. But I'm seeing something like I think I have an idea.
Okay.
And I'm on a writing spree. I mean, literally, there's 104 songs in the world from just this year. And yeah, I'm releasing an album a month of 13 songs. My next album comes out in 13 days. And
Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, I'm really proud of this stuff. I can't believe that these are live freestyle moments and they're literal masterpieces. And I mean, not all of some of them are really long jams because I like to play the guitar, so you'll hear like some jamming.
Yeah.
But the hooks.
We did I pulled up the lyrics. So I have a file on my computer from like, I want to see the history. I want to see how long ago this was, just for you, so you guys know how long me and Mark have been working together. Because he's amazing.
That was a while ago. Let me see if I can find. Like I am thinking.
Properties. This is dude. Okay, this document. This is amazing. This document is dated July 13th, 2020. This was like literally less than a month before it went public. It was Smooth Operator. Smooth Operator. Kind of like a 9/11 operator. He's a real life Spanish content moderator. Taking down the bats. Dude, this is good. Here, let me
send it over to me.
Yeah, let me
see if I can do something. Yeah, so I'll see if I can grab it that way.
Oh, it's too many here.
Mask of Facebook, behind the mask of Facebook, my brother Ryan wrote a book about our favorite character, Mark Zuckerberg. Some call him a Zucker dick. Because he makes us all sick. That alien, that crazy, crazy huge gull. Yeah, you know he's got this. He's got this so crazy Adam's eyeball the size of a bowl. You know, I don't want to say it. You go behind the mask of Facebook, behind the mask of Facebook. Yeah. I don't know. I'll work on something.
That's good. No, I think that's great.
I'll make up something.
I'm putting the timestamp there. So yeah, the one we had smooth operator.
Smooth operator.
Kind of like a 911 operator. He's a real life Spanish content moderator. Taking down the bats. And then we had
I don't know what the chords are for that.
Diamond Life, Lover Boy, Maximum Joy. Then we had the Roy Orbison one. You got it. Venezuela's revolution. We got it. Pulling Independence Day. We got it. We are a global election monitoring station, keeping you safe from anything you want. You got it. I think you changed some of the lyrics. Okay, here in this one, name of the song Lefty Start. Every time.
Yeah, I remember that. Something about Lefty. Yeah, you had something in there with that.
Every time I post, how does that melody go? Anytime you post, delete it. Trump supporter scum, delete it. Any leftist scheme, promote it. Lefty.
I don't know what the chords are for that, unfortunately. I wish I did.
Okay.
That's the
every
thing
time I post. Yeah.
What I could do though is actually email that to me, because I know you did it once before, but I'll see if I could work on it again. And although honestly, because I like to, I mean the lyrics, I'll see what I'll do. Take the lyrics and write some other music for it, because I know the idea of using another cover, but if we can create something cool like behind the mask of Facebook, behind the mask of the Zuckerchooch, yeah, you gotta hit him in the face, that stupid eggplant head. What am I talking about?
Dude, it'll be like, dude, so this is hilarious. So a year ago, a little under a year ago, me and Zach Voorhees, who by the way wrote a book as well, we kind of were writing books at the same time. Google Leaks.
That's awesome.
So me and him, we did a lawsuit against YouTube about last October, and we raised $125,000. And so his campaign name was Punch Google.
No
Because
way.
you said you punched like, and so in the actual, I'm not joking, in the actual lawsuit, when they went to court against Facebook in California, the Facebook judge was like, well, Punch Google is inciting violence against YouTube and Google, and it's inappropriate. So you can't be attacking Facebook.
I was talking about using a hole
YouTube.
puncher.
You can't be attacking YouTube. Your campaign can't be called Punch Google because that incites violence.
I was talking about the legal side of it, where you take a stapler and you punch it into the paperwork and you say, I'm filing a legal,
Yeah, punch those staples into the paperwork.
That's what I was saying with Punch Google. And you're trying to this is the problem with you. You can't judge words, sir, okay? I came up with that title based on the stapling we're doing with the paperwork for Punch Google. I didn't want to do Google because that's already a company. I don't know, So I had to, Punch Google. I'm snapping that.
Well, your name of your company isn't Google, sir, madam. The name of your company is Alphabet. So I want my alphabet soup to be stirred and not shaken.
Yes, exactly. Oh my goodness, my brother. Listen, Brian Smith says he really liked the song, the Behind the Mask of Facebook song. He said that song needs to go viral. Brian, you think so? Behind the mask of Facebook, the path that Ryan took, behind the face, the worst face in the world, Zuckerchooch. Some people call him Zuckerdick, yeah. I call him Zuckerdick, yeah, 'cause he's the worst person around. What's going on with that Adam's apple? I could punch it like a boxing bag. It's coming back, I'm doing the rip-a-dope, yeah, like Ali, yeah. Mike Tyson come and hit you in that Adam's apple, Zuckerchooch. Behind the mask of Facebook.
All right, Mark, can you do a little more country than that? Can you play the riff for that? And I'll
ready?
Sing something. I've got the lyrics in front of me. A little more country than that. He grew up in Manor. He grew up in Mesa.
Is it like a
the Eastern?
What song is this?
It's a little more country than that. So
do you know what a key or what song it is? Is it a song, or you're hearing something in your head?
No, it's the same melody. I was just changing the lyrics. So he grew up in Mesa. He's a little more country than that. He's a little more country than that. So I don't know. Maybe listen to it.
Is there a piece of music you have that you in mind? It sounds like you do.
I have a YouTube link. Hang on.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I'm not sure based on that what key what key it is that. And I'm just thinking like. So you want something that's like.
Yeah. Imagine a platform full of shit posts. It's Facebook blocking you once again. Facebook is gonna take down your posts. Wait. Picture a small guy with a few posts defending freedom, but his ideas get taken down. Facebook's gonna take down your posts. I just want, and then the chorus is, I just want you to make sure you know just what Facebook's doing in San Fran town. 'Cause that's yeah, I gotta figure that out. But
Yeah, if you send it, I can work out, because the thing is, when the lyrics really have to work with the melody anyway.
yeah,
So that's why when I see behind the face of the mask of Facebook, immediately I know that has to work into a certain, set of chords. Like,
I like that original one that you came up with out of the blue. That the first one you did with the behind the mask of Facebook. I liked that one because it was kind of like this mixture of punk rock and like soft rock.
yeah, I think there's a good vibe to that, and especially the last one was even the best because the lyrics were funny and good. Like, the thing is something like that has a cool hook, like behind. I'm out of tune.
Yeah. Like that's something that you could listen to, like you hear the lyrics, but it just sounds cool. Apart from the lyrics, it just sounds cool.
Well, that would be the idea. Every song I try to write is something you could just listen to the instrumental if you weren't hearing the song, or the lyrics. I mean, honestly, this is the thing. When you take something like that, we can jazz it out like this. Let me explain.
Yeah.
I gotta get rid of something though. Let me see. I did this last night. I gotta erase it though because we have to make room. That's some fire right there. I can't believe I just erased that. I didn't. Hold on. Maybe I can erase this instead. Another cool one. I don't know. No. I'll be here forever. Freaking A! All right, I'm getting rid of the third one. I'm going back. Everyone's good. I don't know which one to get rid of. All right, that one's gone. So, we were doing.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of these lyrics here.
Oh yeah, I was doing this before.
Behind the mask of it's funny because I sang like classically, like kind of like Gregorian chant in high school choir, but
Well, once I get something in, it'll be. I'm gonna try to put this into the loop. If just give me a
content
second.
just do like content moderator, smooth operator, something like that.
Yeah, the only problem with that is I have no idea what those chords are, like to those songs. I don't play covers. But this is what I'm thinking. So give me a second to put this in, and then I'll tell you when we can add something to it.
Okay.
I'm going to throw a couple of things in here. Just give me a sec. Why am I not getting any volume here?
Every time I post a conservative branded theme, algorithms limit my distribution and my fans. Proactive pull, filter those cues. Can't have those dumb racist Trump dudes. Pose. Every time I post a conservative branded theme, algorithms limit my distribution and my memes. Oh, my memes and my memes. Here we go. Dude, this is gonna be epic. Like, dude, we should.
I'm not getting this song.
Forget not digging doing the record label. I'm gonna sign Mark. I'm gonna sign you, Mark, with. No, I have some friends who are musicians. The Simply 3 Trio. If you go Simply 3 Trio, they play rock songs with cello.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a friend from high school. Every time I post a conservative branded theme, Every time I start singing lyrics, you stop.
Well, give me a second to put the bass line in, and then I was gonna put a few things in, and then we'll sing. So let me get a bass line in and one more thing, and then I'll give you the cue to start singing. Every time you start singing, I'm erasing what I'm putting in because I got to get a few things in first. So give me 2 seconds. Ready?
No worries. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Now I messed up myself. All right, so that's enough for us to get going, but let me do one little thing here because then it'll just sound better.
Yeah, you're fine. Take your time.
Oh, it didn't go in. All right, now one more thing. What is going on with this freaking guitar? All right, let's rock on something now.
Okay. All right. So the riff. Every time I post a conservative branded theme, algorithms limit my distribution and my memes. Kind of like a monotone, right? Anytime you post, delete it. Anytime you post, delete it. Trump
Try to hit this if you
scum.
can.
Delete it, any leftist.
See if you can hit this, Ryan. Ready? See if you can go. Every time I know, no. That's where you can, if you can
Every
hit.
time.
There
Okay.
you go.
Every time I post a conservative branded theme, algorithms limit my distribution and my memes. Anytime you post it, I gotta
Oh, I see it
delete
here.
Trump supporter scum, delete it.
Let me try this. Let me try this in the key that I'm
give
hearing.
it a
Ready?
shot. Yeah.
Every time I post a conservative branded theme, algorithms limit my distribution, my means. Behind the mask of Facebook, every time I post up, Senator, keep dropping those in there, brother. I'll keep singing it, and then I'll make I'll make a song out of it.
That's fine.
I'll edit it all down later. You got his awkward huge. He's been selling you. He's been directing you. That thief, that villain, that scoundrel, that sleazebag. Is that okay to say? He's a sucker chooch.
You review the content. You review content at Facebook. Imagine a platform. I haven't sang in a while, but imagine a platform full of shit posts. It's Facebook blocking you once again. Facebook's gonna take down your post. Just want to make sure you know what Facebook's doing in San Fran town.
I'll tell you what I should do is this, because the flow has to be right. I'm gonna save that. Just send me all the lyrics, and I'm gonna sing. I'll sing the song for you, because I think it has to be all in the flow. I'll take all the lyrics and sing, because that just singing that one line, and then singing the Behind the Mask of Facebook. I'm like, yeah, this could be a freaking song.
Yeah.
So if you just send me the lyrics, I'll knock it out of the park, because I think that's got a Sting vibe to it. To be honest.
It honestly does, dude.
Because I'm thinking, I'm just hearing
the gods have smiled on us tonight.
Yeah, give me one more line, because what I'm seeing, I'm literally hearing, I'm gonna sing this like Sting, and it's gonna go like. Every time I post a conservative branded theme, algorithms limit my distribution and my means. And I just need more. Give me more.
One post, one meme, delete for good, or something like that. So one post, one meme, a ban a day becomes a week. One post, one meme, a ban a day, what becomes a week? Try to find something better. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. This is fun. Taking down the bad stuff along with the good stuff. Where it all goes, nobody knows. I just delete your post when you call me and say a hoe.
Where it goes, nobody knows. I just delete your post when you call Beyonce your hoe. Behind the mask of Facebook. Like a chooch. Man, I love this beat seat. I love playing the beat seat. Christine Seidman, are you playing your beat seat right now? Who out there has a beat seat here in the chat tonight? I know Christine does. Christine's kicking it on hers. Hey, maybe Anna Treos is here. Maybe Jacqueline. They all have beat seats. Tom Murphy, you here, my brother? You got a beat seat. We were rocking on our beat seats tonight with Ryan Hartwig. My brother has got a book out. Guys, you see it behind his left shoulder, which I don't know if it's left really, because this friggin' Zoom thing, it could be the right.
It is my left shoulder, yeah.
Oh, okay, so he did the proper mirroring situation that they do on Zoom. But guys, when you have a song that goes, beyond the mask of Facebook, oh, we're going to get to the truth. I'm going to share it with you. Because they're leading you down the line, yeah, taking it all from you, yeah, they're bringing you down. If you don't think the same way, if you are not brainwashed by the man, yeah, you're standing in line, you're gonna put it in your left hand, stick it in your right arm, or whatever you gotta do, listen to the man, that's all you do. Behind the mask of Facebook. and that is going to be one of the verses. I mean, honestly, that's how I write anyway. Like, just ramble, you know.
Yeah. I just emailed that to you.
Oh, cool. Let me see.
I sent 2 documents. One has like all of the original ones that we went through, like 3 different styles, and then the one document just has the Sting one, the Sting version.
All right, that was fun though.
Yeah, that was really fun. So, anyways, guys, thanks for
Behind
joining
the
us
Mask
tonight.
Facebook,
I'm
awesome.
gonna bounce right now.
Yeah, my brother, I appreciate you being on. This is a lot of fun. Congrats again on having the baby, and I'll see if I can edit something for you and send it over to you. And you know, happy to. I mean, I'm probably gonna make a song for the album.
Yeah,
because I'm just thinking the hook of Behind the Mask of Facebook. I mean, everything I don't. Please do me a favor, because you're in your car a lot. Just go to Spotify, because it's free, and just type in Mark Pires. 104 songs about society. Basically, Christine Seidman said it. She goes, "You're the Tom McDonald of rock and blues." I didn't realize it, but it's true. Everything I'm talking about is stuff I can't say into the microphone, or I'll be literally pulled. There's so much stuff about the Vaxaroo and everything else, and it's hilarious. But it happens just like that. Literally, it pours out in the moment, and this crazy stuff like Mandate This and Masked Up comes out. And man, I got to tell you, if you pop it on, it's the type of music you're going to like, because we speak the same language, and I'm here literally fighting the man with every song. And like, if there is a way to get these words out there, like Mandate This, that song, everybody loves that song here who's heard it, but they shut it down. There's like been 244 views or something like that. It's like, what? There should be 7 million views for that song, because you know how many people want to say, you know what, Mandate This. And the song is fire. And like, it's just, I want you to listen, and just do me a favor. It's, if you do like it, share it with some people who you think will appreciate it. Because stuff like that is just like, it's a bottle waiting to explode as soon as people hear it. And
Mark, you're like the George Carlin, but for music.
Music. Brother, listen, please do me a favor. This is not the last time we see you. Even if it's not you're putting out a book, or even if you want to remind people about the book, you know what I mean, in a month or two, just feel free to reach out, and I'd love to have you on. I always do.
Yeah, no, we should have been doing more of these. I've been really busy, but I'll make time for you.
Look, I got to be honest. When you don't come on, it gives me a reason to yell at Joanne. Joanne, you couldn't get me Hartwig? You got to sit there. Look, when I signed her, Hartwig, she's like, I'm going to get you interviews. Hasn't got me one. You're terrible. Now you're interviewing Hartwig with your filing? Zabrowski file. That's what she's doing. I hope you know there's nobody here. It's just one of my stupid extra characters in the room. But listen, I appreciate you, brother. Please keep reaching for the stars, because that's the only way you can reach them. You can't, you know what I mean? Like, don't sit still. And I'm showing up to, 9 days from day 1,000 in a row. So I appreciate you, brother. And do me a favor, definitely stay in touch. And if you get a chance to check out some of those songs, let me know. All right?
Will do. Keep in touch, Mark. It's always a pleasure.
Be good, my friend.
Yep.
Guys, please do me a favor. See that book over his shoulders. Shoulder, left shoulder, head and shoulders. Behind the Mask of Facebook. I'm going to go into... Right, hold on. While we do this, guys, ready? That's my brother, Ryan Hartwig. He's just now signing out, and I'm going to finish this song off while my brother goes and takes care of his beautiful little baby. Congratulations, my brother. And congrats on the book. We'll see you soon, okay, pal? Be good. Oh, yeah. My brother Ryan. Let's do a song.
Let's do a song right now. Let's finish this up before we go to the next. Yeah.
Ooh,
I want to share some of this audience. Truly been a blessing from
hold on a minute.
And that's
Behind the mask of Facebook.
I don't know why it's so low right now.
behind the mask of Facebook. 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 Yeah, yeah. Behind the mask of Facebook. 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 Behind the mask. You're hiding behind the cool that list has been taking down every threat. Yeah, to you, 'cause you old people won't look closer at that bland person you are. Yeah. Behind the mask of Facebook. Dr. Chooched, yeah, everything he do is for him, it's for this left perspective. Change the Constitution, go to effect, going to eradicate the Dr. Chooch. Behind the mask of Facebook. Behind the mask of Facebook. You're behind the mask of Facebook. 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 You wanna hide behind it all? Oh yeah, you can't stop. There's no going to shut it all down. People quit before they make a dent. Yeah, you can't vent, no, you can't get a thing done. They just put you in a hole, cover you up. No one can dig down, no one can hear a sound. You're screaming up, you're saying, someone help me, I'm down here. Oh, I keep trying, I keep digging, I keep trying to push my way to the surface. Can't get there, no. Is it hiding behind the mask? Behind the mask of Facebook. Yeah. Behind the mask of Facebook. Behind the mask of Facebook. Behind the mask of Facebook. Yeah, 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 yes. Behind the mask of Facebook. Behind the mask of Facebook. Behind the Facebook. My friend Ryan wrote a book, pulling back the mask of a certain tyrant who's a monopoly for you and me. Some call him Sucker George, some say he's a sucker dick. Yeah, I don't know, but I've got a problem with him. He's been shutting me down, yeah. He's been holding me down, yeah. He's been putting his foot down on me for 991 days in a row. I got to show him the way down below. I'm gonna cover him up this time. Oh, as I laugh from above, say, you're a sucker chooch. Yeah, definitely a sucker dick too. I've had enough of you hiding behind the mask of Facebook. Yeah, I've had it to hip. Yeah, I'm gonna kick you out of the Facebook. Behind the mask of Facebook. Yeah, 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 yeah. Behind the mask of Facebook. Behind the mask of Facebook. Yeah. Behind the mask of Facebook. 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 Behind the mask of Facebook.
I gotta hear it one more time.
Behind the mask of Facebook. 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 Behind the mask of Facebook.
I don't know why this guitar is not loud tonight. I can't figure that out. Yeah, why is this? I think I have to turn the volume up a little bit. I'm just saying, because I'm having a hard time hearing this guitar tonight. I don't like that. I like it when it's booming. I want that freaking thing booming, you know what I'm saying? Was that cool? Yeah, I just was starting to hear it when I was with Ryan, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, just let me go to town on this thing. It's interesting how sometimes I'm just like, I need to get into it, you know, just let me roll on it for a little while and see what comes out. And we came up with something pretty cool there. I'm going to turn that into a full song. I'll edit it. It's probably going to be on the next album because it's, you know, I'm going to help my brother Ryan and also, you know, create a song. And another Mark Pires original song that'll be live on the next album, album 9, 12 days from now. better, but. Does that do anything? A little better. Isn't it interesting? Two things. The moment I open my eyes, I lose my focus on getting into that craziness, where I'm just like hearing stuff and finding it. The moment I see other stuff, or like even just, I lose it. I lost it there. I was in the middle of this crazy, cool thing, and then the moment I open my eyes, I'm like, okay, hey guys, all of a sudden it's gone. Just like, nice job, dude. Nailed that one. That was a good one. I was also thinking, the second thing I was thinking is, it must be interesting for someone who does play guitar to watch me play, because I never was taught anything. I just play what I hear, and I never took any lessons to learn how to play. So I must play wrong. I must play, and I don't really care, but because I like the fact that I try for things. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I wish I maybe picked up a couple things, like how to do modal playing properly. I don't know. I don't know anything. I heard people say stuff. I'm like, or I hear people play things. I'm like, how is that done? And if I did learn, went to a school or something for music, I would have picked up some things. But this is a representation of a few things. This show is 991 days of us connecting. It's 991 days of moments happening. 991 days of live, hilarious comedy moments. And 991 days of a guy who doesn't know how to play guitar, exploring and creating whatever his mind puts in front, and allowing it to happen. And I'm not afraid of trying something that doesn't work. I'm going to give it a shot. But it's just the only way I can explain it is if I was sitting here and if you have just one chord, you hear anything. Here's a good example. I'm hearing something right now. I can't put this in the loop because I still have that last thing in. But this is an idea. I'm just hearing something in my head. The bass line's like boom. Come crashing down. Yeah, there was a monsoon, a tsunami too. Both things a cataclysm. Highest regards across the planet. We see everything ripping to shreds. It's causing too much pain. That's the rain. Everything you can hope for is gone. Oh, everything you could hope for is gone. So you try to pick yourself up and take it day by day. Try to just wipe the sweat off your brow. Take on the next problem, the next fear. Put it all behind you in the rearview mirror. Yeah, nothing can stop you when you're building yourself to become. When you become greatest version of you. Tie your shoes. Oh, you're on the way out the door. You got things to do today. Nothing get in your way. You get it all done before 8 p.m. Home for dinner. Yeah, sitting down reflecting on a negative world. Wondering if you can solve any of it with your mind. Hope that you can share some kindness every time. Cause it helps your own plight, your case when you're there at the gates and you're sitting to St. Peter. If I've done everything I can to come in, can I be a part of the greatest moment of soul could ever find? Oh, I'm here, I'm hoping you give me the clearance to come through. I wanna see Yeshua with my own eyes. I don't wanna hear what a human has to say. I wanna connect with God today. Let's get it on. I came all this way to you. What
what I gotta do. I give myself to the world 991 days in a row. We gotta help some people up, you know, because the world's trying to push them down below. And I don't have time for that. I think we need to come together. It'd be a lot cooler if we did that. Oh, but everybody wants to fight back. No, they don't want to come and be a part of the light. Oh, all I get is this turmoil, spite, yeah. Oh, what are you talking about, positivity? Yeah, I don't think I like it. Yeah, I'm into all that negative stuff I've been consuming. Yeah, it's coming to me all day, every day. I just wanna take out my spoon and swallow it up. Yeah, I want some more. Yeah, I love feeling like the worst version of me. No, that's what I seem to be for the last 4 or 5 years. It seems so clear if you stand on the outside, but nobody wants to take the ride. Yeah, they want to stay there and subside, submerged in all the slime. Yeah, I'm not with that time. Yeah, I push on by. I push on by. Living in a world that wants to put an end to you. Living it all in the moment. The distraction is real. The fear is just over and over again. I can't win in my moments, no. 'Cause everywhere I turn, I see the negative spirit just taking me down, holding me down. And they say no getting up. No, I'll break my way out. Yeah, you can't hold me down. No, no matter how hard you try, I'm going to push my way through you. No matter how big you are, no matter how many chains you bring, you try to hold me down. And listen up, here's the sound of me breaking each one by one. Yeah, until I get up, I stand in front of you. I'll say that's the best you can do. I'm just gonna fight back every time you come after me. You can't ever get me to say I've had enough. Heck no, I'm just starting, yo. You can't do a thing, so if you think you got the best of me, I'll tell you got another thing coming to you. I'm gonna shovel this world all over you. And we'll see if we can bring some sunlight to the day. 'Cause right now it's dark as can be. And I want to amp it up to 10 and above. 10 times a billion. I'm gonna see it all brighter than the sun all over the land. People say I can't get a bit of sleep anymore. It's always bright, it's too bright for me. You should have been living there with us forever before, but you were casting doubts on everyone.
like, hey, let me show you how I come up with an idea. Yeah, that freaking fire's burning. Guys, the lyrics to that, I can't believe I tied that much of a rap together into one. How do we get this to Tom McDonald? I think Tom would like all this stuff. Oh my goodness, yeah, Brian. Those moments are powerful for me. Wow. I didn't even record that. I mean, thank goodness we did it so I can download it later. But that was just unbelievable. I'm thinking about, at the end there, like, holy freaking cow, I cannot believe all those words that came out together. And how everything is the moment and everything that we really want to say is going on. And the Zuckerchooch song is freaking awesome too. It's crazy. 2 good songs tonight. That's right, Christine. That was a pick throw. Holy cow. Thank you, Brian. Wow, that was crazy. My response to that one was almost the same. Nothing Can Stop the Light. It just felt like total passion, total everything coming out at once. And when I went into the crazy rap thing that was going on, whatever the hell that was, oh my goodness, I was like, okay, at some point, I'm not going to be able to add to the thing. It's going to be like, it's the trees and the fleas and the bees on your knees. Oh, hey, Patrice. You know what I mean? Like, what the freak? Yes, Pamela, that was crazy zone stuff right there. I cannot wait to download that one. The one for the Mask Facebook, like Ryan song, awesome. This, awesome. Behind the mask of Facebook. That's great. But that last thing. The best thing about it was only like 5 minutes long. Like, it was just like, there was no looping or anything. It just freaking took it to the head. So we're dropping that tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. we didn't finish up the I'm putting this on for us, guys. We need to watch this real quick, okay? I'm watching it from the top because we got screwed up with this earlier. Plus, it's now in HD. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. At 1 p.m. we are doing this. You're about to see what we're doing at 1 p.m. tomorrow. So, don't go anywhere. This gives me an opportunity to also grab a little bite to eat, because this is a long night with my brother. Oh my goodness, guys. That song right there, I cannot wait. Yeah, they were so good, right, Pamela? Both songs. But that last one right there, there's something about that rap. And I don't know what I said. I don't know what I said, guys. But I know when I write it and type it, it's going to blow everyone's mind, because it blew my mind when it was happening. And it's so funny, because there was like, at one point, I literally was saying to myself, I'm like, okay, this has to stop. Like, I don't think I can think of another rhyme that goes with that. And holy freaking cow, it would just fly out. It would just keep going. And I was like, oh my goodness. Thank you, Renee. It was insane to have that much of a line going when you're freestyling like that. But when I download that tonight and watch it back and release it tomorrow, I'm releasing that one tomorrow. I'm probably releasing the Facebook one on Sunday. I got like 9 songs that I haven't released yet. I have to make a determination if I want to just go and I have to listen. But the thing I did for the Facebook song, I may just do. It was pretty much straightforward, and I did a couple verses and the hook. And I'm going to go back and listen to see what I did when I had Ryan on, but it may make sense to just do one of those verses and then the rest. And I may have a song there, so I'll work on that as well. But guys, we have so many great songs that are on the books. Like, check this out. Nobody understands where we are right now. I don't even understand where we are, to be completely honest. Like, I'm always like, what songs do I still have to do? Let me just show you. Like this. This is one. Give me something. Give me something. Let me get that beat seat. You see, I already started cutting these, but I just haven't had a chance to finish them yet. Woo! All right, what's the verse sound like on this? I have no idea. Can I get a little something here so we can at least hear where this is going? Could I get a little something here? Break me in, I need some lyrics. This is where I'm still editing. But that bass line's fire. I'm adding more. Woo! Let me see if I can fast forward to where the lyrics are. I want to hear what this sounds like. I have no idea what I do here for lyrics. Okay, and this, by the way, when we get to this, we're going to actually hear what all the... I add so many loops and different things in by the time I start singing, and then we have a full vibe. Here we go. This is it right here. That's a cool thing. I love it.
Yeah, cool vibe, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm even telling you how cool the vibe is. And yeah, that's a song. That still has to be done. How about this one? Ready? Oh. That, I don't think I'm going to even drop that, to be honest. Like, I don't need to hear coming in the air tonight. You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, you bring that to me, I'm throwing an elbow in someone's fotch. What's this one? This is gonna be on the next album as soon as I eventually drop it for you. Check this vibe. So we got vibe there. That's going to be cool. And then there's one more here that I can't wait to get to. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I think this is it. Let's see. Tell me how fire this is, right, guys? You could thank the New World Order for giving it to us straight. That's right. What did I do? Don't mess around. It's got a vibe. Listen to that bass line. Oh yeah. All right, here come the lyrics. Check this out.
Crazy world we're living in now, 2021. I don't think we made it through to 2030. That's the plan. Want to exterminate me and you. It's a global agenda. Yeah, it seems awful peculiar that all of a sudden everyone's on board. Yeah.
It's like the new world order.
Taking over right beneath our eyes, beneath our feet. We can push their burial poison on you.
Oh, guys, are you serious? All those songs need to be released still. Oh, goodness. Sending love. Yes, send your prayers, guys. Is it to Red? Red. Oh, my goodness. Red, I'm sorry. So you have a fractured hip. I hope you feel better. I hope that the music and the positivity of this platform could bring you to full and comfortable health as soon as possible, because I know that sometimes as we get older, it takes longer for things to heal. So I believe if you're positive, you will absolutely heal quicker. And I'm sending you my love. Guys, another awesome show. 2 hours, 30 minutes. We had our brother Ryan Hartwig on. I wrote 2 songs live. Awesome songs. Having Ryan on was a lot of fun again. And hey, I got a new song out of it too, because the title of his book, and then saying I wanted to write a song, and then writing a song. This is good stuff. I do appreciate each and every one of you, and I want to say goodnight to you. So don't go anywhere. If you are here, say goodnight now, or forever hold your peace. Anna Treos, Brian Smith, my brother, Christine Seidman, thank you so much for reminding people to subscribe, ding the bell, and to comment after the show. Actually, that would be helpful, because we get, hopefully we'll get some, I don't think they're going to ever recommend the show, but share the show. I don't know if anybody will be able to click the links. Usually the links don't work, but give it a shot. I am most likely going over to Big O for at least 20 minutes just to have a conversation over there. So if you haven't subscribed or followed me over on Big O yet, you should do that. And it's a pretty cool thing. Yesterday I had a bunch of little, it's like a side-by-side view, and you're speaking to people. Live conversation and just chatting with random people. And I think what I'm going to do tonight is take this guitar here and write songs for people live. That's going to be my thing. I'm going to go in there and be like, give me a topic. And we're going to write something. Tom, my brother, so good to see you, pal. Guys, let me try to give you my code for this in case you want to head over and follow me on Big O. If you use my code, it helps me out. Let's see. Where am I? Here we go. Okay, so I have... Let's see what it says. Is there a Facebook? YouTube? I'm going to copy it and send it to you guys right here. I don't know if this is going to do anything. You may have to go to download the app and then put my code in there, which is going to be right here. Hold on. All right. Yeah, there's my code. If you guys click on that, you're going to see me, and it's a little bit different of a setup. My camera's sitting here. It's just a face, and you see my green screen and not the background. And that's just the way I have to do it, unfortunately. But I'm going to go and do that. And 12:50 in the morning. Man, I'm going to go get something to eat first. I talked about getting something to eat, and then all of a sudden. And now we got a couple more people in the room. It's always good to see you guys. Tom, my brother, we gave you a shout-out early in the show. It was nice to have... Bam, biggity boo. I think that was the Miyagi one. I think that was the Bruce Lee of flies. Trying to... No, I'm sorry. Elbowed in the fotch. You know what? I'm just realizing, that I was about to play you something, and I got tired, and I was like, I'm going to sleep. But, I'm going to play you guys something. Because 17's a good number, too. You know what I mean? And if you guys are up for it... Oh, we just dropped. No, sorry, done. Went to 16. Can't do it anymore. It would have been if it stayed 17 or higher, then I would have just kept going. But no, sorry, we went to 16, so I'm done. I'm just kidding, guys. Fam and friends. I'll do it if there's one person on. As long as there's one person. If there's zero, I'd be out right now. I'm pretty freaking tired. But one of you, if it was just one of you here, I would play another bit for you. Because I love you guys, each and every one of you. I really want you to know that. I haven't shown up for 991 days in a row because, I just really do. I love each and every soul. And I just hope that people don't fall for the narrative. They don't fall for the lies. Because I can guarantee you nobody feels the way that they tell you in the news. There are some, it's a small contingent. There are some people that are really messed up out there. But in general, as far as I don't know anybody like they've been picturing people. They've been painting them in a certain light, and I don't know anybody like that. But if I could say one thing should inspire the world, it's that there's a guy who's come out every day for 991 days to connect with every soul. I'm not here to connect with any group specifically. I'm here to connect with the global group, essentially everybody at least have an opportunity to know that this show exists. And whether or not they come in and join us on a daily basis is another question, whether or not they enjoy it and they want to come back. But just the concept that they know about it, that it exists, and that they have the opportunity to come here and forget about the world for 2 hours plus a day. That is what I aim for. And it's for the one reason that I've seen in my mind since the beginning, that I truly believe that we can see some real change that big tech would really not be able to stop once it happens. Are you kidding me? I thought I got you. Or is it another one? There's like a family of freaking flies in here in my basement now? Like, what are we doing? I got another freaking fly family in the house? Lord of the Flies. Yeah, over here. Doing a Lord of the Flies dance. If I do a Lord of the Flies dance, they leave me alone. I just didn't do the Lord of the Flies there because I'm doing a show. I'm seeing him. He's doing the Lord of the Flies on me again. I swear, my karate chop has gotten even better. Since I did a Miyagi, it's gotten even better. Guys, I'm seriously seeing this thing dart past me because he knows I'm killing his family members one by one. Yeah. Like, where's Tommy? Dead. Where's Timmy? The same fate. What are you doing, Mo? You gonna keep going around me? Okay, Red Baron. Why don't you bring it to me, Red Baron? Elbow in the Facce. You're not gonna like it when you get karate chopped in your Red Baron freaking propeller. Red Baron, you got Red Baron, and you got also Renaissance Man, and with an elbow, out of the sky. You killed my cousin and my brothers and my sister. You're a friggin' fly. You annoy people. Come on. I see him literally he's coming at me like Jaws at my Facce, like this. I had to move my face real quick because he went. Did you see it? Did you see him? He's got no fear, this one. I really think he's going after me. He's doing the old kamikaze routine. He's like, look, you took out my family. I'm taking you out now. I'm going in for the rabbit hole situation. He's trying to go and get into the mouth. He's going to try to infect me with yellow dengue fever. I don't want yellow dengue fever. I'm not interested in that one, okay? You don't need to give me a Giza strip. I'm not interested in a Giza virus. You want to give a Giza? That guy wants a Zika. But you could take either. I'm not getting either of them. I don't want a Giza or a Zika. That's why I'm thinking about taking Mo out. If I see Mo again, I'm going to take him really... Hold on. Is that you, Mo? You ask him to just show himself and, be a fly. You're not going to be a fly and stand up and take on that responsibility? I don't know. Some people are like, yeah, be a fly. You want me to be a fly? That's what you should do. Well, I'm surprised that you're not being a fly. I can't tell you how often, I've heard that in the past. Fly, when we were kids, we were like, be a man. But I get it. I get it that your parents would hit you with that. Mo, be a fly. Okay, thanks, Daddy. Killed him, too. He's over there. Shouldn't be flying by me. You're going to come flying by me? Kamikazeing it? They met the fate of a Master Danielson Karate Kid situation with a Miyagi on top. It's kind of like when we used to go to Friendlies and they'd be like, oh, you want a sundae? What are you going to have? No, I want a banana split. Oh, would you like whipped cream on that? Are you freaking kidding me? Of course I want whipped cream on that. And what would you like to put on top? Oh, yeah. Throw on some freaking strawberries and some nuts. Maybe some of them rainbow sprinkles as well. And a spoon. I want a spoon on the freaking side, okay? And a double-decker of banana. Strawberries. And then I want 3 scoops. 2 strawberry and 1 vanilla. And you make the whole thing with the strawberry topping and throw some marshmallow in there as well. I'm getting hungry. I gotta go get it. I'm going to make myself an ice cream sundae, I guess. Something. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I had Zabrowsk. And obviously Joanne was here, and then we also had Hartwig. We had like a Eastern European / German situation going on tonight. Zabrowski, like Northern Russia. Joanne, humongous heart. She got a problem. Did I get him? You freaking piece of garbage fly. I may have gotten him. I don't know. We're actually holding a raffle, and we're doing like a GoFundMe situation for Joanne's massive heart. We're thinking if we could raise enough Renaissance Man cash for her to get a black, a heart from the black market. Like, here's the bottom line: if Joanne can get a new heart off the black market, we can pay for it. Renaissance Man fam. We'll do like hey, look, I went down to the, organ market or whatever, and I was like, hey, I need a new heart that's not the size of a Mazda Miata 87. They're like, oh, we got something in mind. They come back with like one of those igloos. That'll be $6,400. Not bad for a heart that came out of a crackhead named Hunter. You go. You take it. You give it to Joanne. Joanne's now like good, like she got it, and they were like, "I'm fine. Look, I'm good now. I got the double decker, and you got to remember that Joanne, she'll try anything at this point, and it's very hard for her to raise $6,500, 60, whatever the heck that number was, because she gets paid in doll hairs. So, you just be prepared that like when there's a doll hair situation going on and Joanne's got the enlarged heart, check out the GoFundMe. GoFundMe.com/Joanne's massive heart that we need to somehow get exchanged for a heart that's not as big as a small building in the Bronx. Some people wonder if I at some point will consider a smaller, URL. No, I'm sorry. You need to type it all in too. If you spell any of it wrong, you can never find it. But if you spell it right, we thank you. I mean, you took English, right? You know. And then like some people are like, oh, how did it go exactly? What were you saying? Like, I do GoFundMe.com/ what was it again? Joanne's heart is as massive as Pluto and Ben Affleck's head. Oh my goodness. Head the size of Lake Michigan. She's got a heart kind of compares. Like people are looking at it and they're like, wait a minute, which one's bigger? You had to call in a judge. The judge had to come and be like, Affleck's head has got you by a mile. But some people had a hard time seeing it, but a judge can see it. They can see the girth. They can see the circumference, and they do math very quickly. Pi, 3.149763274943265478811. That's dead on. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think that's even close. I think it's 3.1459764326498743316741 dead on. Oh my goodness, guys. Wow. Guys, you come down. It's a crazy night. Friday. Tomorrow. Saturday Night Live. I may go live early tomorrow. I don't know. And then again at 10:30. I'm just saying. No, I don't know. I may go live again because I went live at 11 o'clock this morning. It was really cool. It was actually a great show. That was where we got the bit that I'm about to play for you. So let me get into that and grab a bite to eat so we can come back and play a little bit more, okay? Because we're going to end this up at 3 hours tonight. So without further ado, fam and friends, this right here is the bit that's premiering at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Do me a favor and take this right here. Head over to the page, give it a like, a share, and also, if you can, a comment. And get ready. And you can click the link. It will remind you a half hour before tomorrow. Hopefully, you guys will check this out. Or tomorrow with me, join me for the chat. Anyway, I'm super tired. I need something to eat. Pick me back up. So, give me a moment and enjoy this, please. Ready? What a Zucker chooch. Mark Zuckerdosi Case, the most boring man in the world. Here we go. Okay, right here. His new book is called Behind the Mask of Facebook. What? I can't wait for that one. And I keep thinking, like, I wonder if Mark Zuckerchooch sits there at home and he just watches all the whistleblower stuff. He's like, oh, I hope they don't catch me. Stupid man. Because when I have Ryan on tonight, I'm going after the Zuckerchooch. Yeah, you know what? Why don't you stop shadow banning people, you know? Nobody likes your perspective anyway. You're a thief. Think about that for a second. You want to control the perspective of the nation, of the world, and you're a thief. Not really interested in that. So what I'm thinking is this. You kind of piss off with that stupid face of yours. Take your $70 billion and get the frig out of here. How about that? How about you allow people to speak? How about you allow others who have a differing opinion to be heard? You can't do that, right? Because you are the most boring person. Hold on a second, guys. What is going on here? Why is there an echo? Do you guys hear an echo right now while I'm talking to you? Like, what the freak is going on? Why is there an echo? Why is there a freaking echo? Tell me if this echo is gone right now. Is the echo gone? Somebody tell me that echo's gone, please. Hold on a minute. Let me see. Hold on a second, guys. What is going on here? What? Do you guys hear an echo right now while I'm talking to you? Like, I do. What the freak is going on? Why is there an echo? Why is there a freaking echo? Tell me if this echo is gone right now. Is the echo gone? The echo's gone, dude. Somebody tell me that echo's gone. You fixed it. Hold on a minute. How long was it like that? Please tell me it wasn't like that during the songs. People play things. I'm like, how is that done? And if I did learn, went to a school or something from years ago, would have picked up some. Dang it. Those songs may be shot, guys. I think they're shot. God almighty. No! Darn it, man. Let me see how bad it sounds. That sounds okay, I think. I'm just starting out. You can't do a thing, so if you think you got the best of me, I'll tell you got another thing coming to you. I'm gonna shovel this world all over you, and we'll see if we can bring some sunlight to the day. 'Cause right now it's dark as can be. I don't know. I think that's unfortunately ruined. You know, there's been like a good 10 or 20 times in my life where great things like that happen, great moments, and they're gone, you know, or they just, an echo, you know, something like that. And I'm like, oh man. because everything here is live. That's it. However, I think what I have to do with that is at least take it and try to write it out. Those lyrics were fire on that. Not the whole thing, I guess, because I didn't love all of it, but I think it's the echo that pisses me off. Oh, that's awesome, Keith. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll get some people over here to check out the show. We're 9 days away from day 1,000 in a row. Oh, that's a good idea, Tom. Maybe there's a way to... I don't know if there's a way to get rid of the echo. But I try to compress the sound. I just don't know if you can get rid of an echo like that. It's two separate, like really close together on one track. But maybe there is a way. I'll try to see if I can mend it. Oh, it would be great to get rid of half of that. Man, I can't believe that happened. But you know what? Sometimes these things happen. I must have been, when I was in the middle of trying to work with Zabrosk here, with my brother Hartwig, I guess I clicked on this wrong camera and it brought audio in that I'd never bring in. I'd never bring the audio in for this. I just actually clicked it out. Clicking the freaking thing. I don't even want to see it. Don't even mess with me anymore. Yeah, I do. I haven't used it in a while. I haven't used that platform in a while, but I'll see what I can figure out. Anyway, let me see, where are we? See, now we're going to be unfortunately too far in to do a 3-hour show. I'm gonna delay this, so tomorrow, if you guys can join me at the link I gave you at 1 p.m., we're gonna watch this clip together, okay? Because I don't want to go over 3 hours. I think it's hard for me to get people to watch a 3-hour show even. We should stop it now so people at least will push play. 3 hours and 16 minutes? I'm not even starting that crap. So I just want to make sure we get people to check out. This was a really good show with Ryan. And even though... That's why I thought the echo was fixed. Let's see if I can find something else here. I have to pick a video for this. I'm going to do... So You Think You Could Dance. I really love that bit. I'm going to put that in here as the clip you play after at the end of What a Zucker Chooch tomorrow, 1 p.m. So guys, 1 p.m. tomorrow, I give you the link, right? Let me put this in here. Oh, what a moment that is now not going to be usable, or at least is nice. I'll be able to use it, but it just won't be something I want to put on the album, I don't think yet, but we'll see. Oh, I can't believe that. Great moment that may be a waste. We'll see. I wonder if there's a way I can... I'm going to look into it. I'll send it to someone, even if I have to, and see if I can figure it out. Because it would be good to get rid of that second half of the, just to get rid of the echo section, if there was a way to do that within the wave. But I'll work on that. Because that second song specifically, the Facebook song too was awesome. Like that's a rec too now. I think I'm pretty sure that came through like crap too to you guys. It sounded great here. That's the problem when everything sounds good here, but I don't know what it sounds like on your end. I saw that. Yeah, Tom, I'm gonna take a look at that. Guys, if you haven't yet, go check out that Big O. I gotta grab a bite to eat, and then I will be probably going on for just a few minutes on Big O just to say hi to everybody over there, and see if I can grab a crowd. It was amazing to me. We had over 100 people on last night. I think Christine, right? There was a couple moments where it went over 100, 108 people, 112 people, and no, Tom, I don't. I do everything myself, unfortunately. I know, Keith. Yeah, you're right. It's probably going to sound okay when I get to it. I think what's cool about the Big O is, like, they bring you a crowd. And I'm like, why doesn't YouTube bring us people, But I like that. I want to get in front of people. And I think Christine will tell you, I think we got through to 2 people last night. Like, really through to them. One guy he was playing a video game. He put the remote control down, and he was, like, fixated on whatever. Everything was coming out. It was a Renaissance Man rant moment, And he was just, like, into it. He was like, thank you for speaking to me. I needed that right now. I'm training to be a doctor, and it's really tough. And we went into it even further. It was crazy. So I like that aspect. I may do that again, but I may do a thing tonight where I literally, when people come on and say, okay, give me a topic, and I'm going to write you a quick song and see how that goes. But I need a bite to eat first. Oh, I'm dying over here. So I do want to say, Anna Treos, Christine, Joanna in the house. I love it when I see you here, Joanna. Keith Henry. I love seeing all you guys. It's so awesome. I appreciate your support. I really do. Renee Woods, Tom Murphy, and Trish. You guys are amazing. If you haven't yet, eight albums on iTunes, on Deezer, on Tidal, on Amazon Music. Anywhere you buy music, you could type my name in. And there's currently 104 songs in the world right now from just 2021, including a song called The Murph Dog. You gotta call the friggin' Murph Dog. If you don't call the Murph Dog, I got a problem with you then. I'm just saying. Because the Murph Dog will bring you up a friggin' level or two. That's the bottom line, okay? You don't get a song like Call the Murph Dog unless you're friggin' awesome, alright? So you just remember that. Next time you want to hang out with Tom Murphy, you say, you know what? I'm gonna give the Murph Dog a friggin' call. And when Tom Murph calls up, he picks up the phone. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, it's Tom. And you say, you know what? I love that song. Call the Murph Dog. Bottom line is, you're a bad mother. You know what I'm saying? And Tom's like, thanks, I appreciate you. Click. That's what happens. I've seen that episode. Oh, fam and friends. You rock, Tom. Renee, you rock. Brian, you rock. Christine Seidman, you're amazing. Thank you for being such a great mod tonight and always. And Tom, too, thank you. I appreciate you guys really so much. Where's Anna? Anna? Keith, my brother. So hello from Connecticut to Keith up in Rhode Island. Rhode Island. You know, we almost, the other day, so we're thinking about going up to Mystic, which is pretty close, I think. I'm not sure where you are up there, brother. But I was like, yeah, we're going to be maybe going up there. And then we didn't. Kid stuff, you know. Baseball. Yeah, I love it. You know, as a pitcher. All right, threw in the knuckleball. Yibbity yabbity you. You ever heard of Dan Quisenberry? Yeah, I used to Dan Quisenberry it every once in a while. Okay? Still, I've never seen this before. You tell me if this is not, like, weird. You got a guy like on 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If you know anything about baseball, you know what I'm talking about right now. You got a guy on 1 and 2, and you typically go like normal, like over the arm. You pick the knee up over your eye, Nolan Ryan style. You know what I'm talking about. And you freaking rifle that thing in there. But it's also kind of scary with you because hold on, I see the MacGyver of all flies. That's the one. That dude is quick as all hell. I can't catch him. I don't think. I don't know if my Miyagi skills are quick enough. He's moving, guys. I think he's pissed off. Where's my cousin? Where's my brother? They're dead, dude. They're dead. Come on, bring it. I'm ready with some sunny fists for you. You want a sunny fist situation? Uppercut, Mike Tyson style. That's what you get. You know. That's what you get. He's trying to plant the seed inside of my mouth, and like so the babies are born in there. Lord of the Flies situation. No, I'm not doing Lord of the Dance either. I'm not doing Lord of the Dance or Lord of the Flies. LA just came with a 4.5, guys. You heard it here second. First was Keith. Keith said it first. Keith, you know we have. If you guys are not aware, you can give us a call. We are now shipping out in bulk. Leeches. Yeah. And we got small, medium, and large leeches. There's a few that Keith has been breeding that are supersized leeches. Like scary dinosaur-sized leeches. And those you can suck all your blood out in like 37 minutes. So you gotta be careful. You do 30 seconds on, and then you have to pray that someone can suck it off of you, and then you're good. You know what I mean? Yes, thank you, Anna. I'm going to do that. So, fam and friends, until tomorrow, when we do it all over again, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance, man. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm heading to Big O in a few minutes. Grab that link above, click in that code, and give a follow. Love you guys.